Miracle, leading to our match number 5 of ZETA versus Ars.
Up for the first and most exciting between the two Japanese divisions. Hametu has his own highlights. You can see right now, Fukurali, Aka, so they were monsters. And Hametu, Shinami, Mkmldy, Dolins, but sometimes the tram decides to tilt the favor. Ever played yesterday, I think he will have a lot of trouble getting that first.
Right, Aka cannot afford to do that.
On
So
a mercenary.
on Aka's side, we have 2 borrowed times. We got some fly.
All right, let's see if the Mad Eye Pro playing the Alva here will be able to make a difference here with his Aka control, although I predict that he will be able to micromanage himself even better with this Alva connect disconnect. So the question is, who will he find first? He's looking for his first target. You can see that Shinami is going towards that corner left side of the map. Dolisu's also in this situation. You do not want to be caught with 2 survivors here. The pocket watch is just gonna be used to buy a little bit more time. Oh no, Aka knows where he's going. He knows the direction he's going. Shinami knows he cannot disrupt ciphers nearby here. If Aka lands this, he's a god. So that activation is not gonna work. That first charge gonna land pretty soon.
Okay.
Missed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. But like you said, the fact that they were kiting on top of each other now gets the disconnect.
Nice.
Oh no, goes for a warp just to cut out this these 2 pallet area. Just gonna go for a regular hit. This is great on Aka's side.
Oh, he can do it, he can do it. The pocket watch is not ready. Oh, the red watch, he's gonna get it.
Wow.
Oh my god. Beautiful, beautiful timing right there. He knows exactly the cooldown of the watch. He knows that it's not ready for the second activation. He knows that as long as he hits it once, that's Insolence is going to help him get that Eye of Sauron. Nailed it perfectly. That's Aka right there.
Yeah.
First down, none of the ciphers done just yet.
Yeah, and that's when he can add the pressure. Starts connecting the ciphers, gets the early down. Arguably has downed the safest rescuer in this game, because now Kazuneko has to be the one to make this rescue happen, meaning not much bodies are going for objectives. So Aka, great start. Let's see how he's going to respond as Kazuneko tries to approach for the rescue. And note, this first officer has no pocket watch left, so farm off hit is going to be real quick if he's able to line up his shots well.
Yeah, this is going to be hard for Shinami because there's no pocket watch left, right? They can share the charge, but honestly, how much of a time can you buy in this situation? Look, another charge has been done, another pop, and Shinami is gonna go down again, right? Again, one more time, and in record time as well. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and this is the second time Shinami is gonna meet with the chair. He's gonna end up in the chair.
So now next save possibly Antiquarian, or this might be a double rescue just for the OB, unless they want to say, or they want to just sacrifice, which I feel like might be the play. But now you're playing into 3 ciphers remaining, full presence Alva, and Aka could just like really pile on the pressure when it comes to the mid game. So now Hametu is just feeding that presence. Let's see what Aka's gonna do here.
Yeah, I mean, Hametu's the one on Antiquarian, right? So this arm is definitely going to help a little bit more. Oh, this is going to hit right off the bat. Hametu just trying to provide a bit of support, although I don't think you should. Oh my goodness, this is Aka's control right here. That rescue is going to happen, but unfortunately, he's going to go down just as fast as he got off the chair. Shinami is going to be the first to be sent back to the Manor Potch, and my god, only 2 ciphers done.
That's so impressive with how well he's playing this, and he did get tunnel vision, but in a way he was able to stop the kiting from happening. So that is how you're able to get a really good dunk onto Hametu here. Tries to flywheel, gets the push, but now gets the disarm, and now he's able to actually take a ticket to ride here. Aka might have to wants to possibly disconnect. No, changing the connection, and now he's going to use the warp to catch up to the train.
Wow, what mastery and control, right? Just knowing exactly what to do. And he's gonna go for Kazuneko right here. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take a freebie before I go for Hametu again. And he will gladly do it. Everyone else is just like 50% above damage, right? And this is going to be really hard for ZETA because how are they gonna heal each other up? Hametu, one charge, that's gonna help.
That was so impressive. The way he was able to use the tram to corner the Antiquarian, put the charge there, it's literally being in between a rock and a hard place, or a tram or a charge.
Yeah.
So Aka's
4K.
like, decide, do you want to get hit or do you want to get hit by my charge? And now this is Nell where the snowball effect happens where they don't have that much healing on the board. Everyone is injured at this point, except the Aeroplanist because he did get that heal. We're going to wait and see if he's going to farm off a hit off the Antiquarian. He does get a good disarm, but Aka's still in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. The reason why he didn't go straight for the Eye of Sauron is because it's like, I want to make sure that charge goes onto Hermit when he gets off the chair. Because look at what's going on right now. One more hit, he's gonna go down. Aka's gonna use that red charge, and Dolisu's gonna go down if he shares that charge. So this is gonna be really interesting.
Ooh.
Right now, one more disarm to make things work, but the Eye of Sauron waiting for him, Hermit, and he's gonna go down. Dolisu has already removed the charge, fortunately, by going into the closet.
Yeah, that was actually really good. I mean, if you see the minute gameplays, they did use flywheel to enter the closet. They're able to interrupt the interactions. It's cool how they're able to mitigate the damage, but they don't have a dedicated healer, and now the pressure is really mounting for them to prioritize healing over objectives. Still 3 ciphers remaining. Now 2, actually 1 cipher remains, and it's actually quite close, but you still gotta play for endgame, and he could just connect the 2 exit gates. We're gonna share a charge here, and actually that downs the fire investigator.
Goodbye. He has to use his exit path right here. This is Hamitu's last chance. Antiquarian has no more bamboo stick. Everyone's injured, and it doesn't matter even if they share the charge. Kazuneko's gonna get that red charge. He's gonna use the red charge onto him. And no, with the blue charge, he wants 2 for 1. He wants a 1-2-1 buy 1 free 1 deal right here. This is peak Asian shopping experience.
Exactly. Oh yeah, Aka's really good shopping for some freebies here. And now the town's aeroplane is. Oh my god, 2 for 1 special. Aka now just using the warp.
The trap.
The trap! Okay, no, he's able to actually sidestep Sauron just for him to close the distance. Hametu back on the tram! So now, 1 cipher remaining. They do... Oh my gosh, wait. It's only the fire investigator that has borrowed time. So
this is very
he's really piling on the damage with him ruining up the exit paths. Is he able to find anyone? No, it seems like he's going to try and go for someone else.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kazuneko wasn't there, right? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. They've already popped it. They're going to run onto the gates right here. ZETA, somehow in this situation, they were still able to manage to get that pop to happen. But this is not over yet because detention alpha, connected gate circuits, it's going to be a long time before you actually get to the gate, open it, and this is hard. Everyone is injured and half health, except for the...
And no, Antiquarian's not the fastest in opening up the exit gate, so it's going to be a lot longer. Dolisu able to actually bait some activity here. They're actually opening up one of the exit gates, but it is connected. But nice, yeah, good kiting abilities from Dolisu. Maybe he might be the sacrificial lamb here since he's already used up that warp gate. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, Aka's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you touch the cipher, the gate any longer. I'm not tunnel vision. I know exactly what's going on. This is the Eye of Sauron trying to stop the gate from being open. And as long as the gate's not open, right, Aka can still control. That's the goal. Nice.
The flywheel. And now Kazuneko trying to buy enough time here. He actually does have... Oh, he's sharing the damage with the fire investigator, but the exit gate is going to be open. Warp gate is about to be ready for him to use. I don't know if he's going to make it in time. It looks like it's going to be a draw game now.
Wow, ZETA Division managing to get 2 survivors out despite that early monster play by Aka. This just shows how strong both factions really are right here. And being nitpicky here, he tried to...
Good balance. Again, a Hermit round 1 is still really good because he still got the hunter. That's the hunter of Xyang. Yeah. He was the one that brought out the... First kite is definitely going to matter because Breaking Wheel really ramps up if he has a...
The girl still planning that dream wedding. Dream! Number 1 second half, that's me, Hullabaloo, and Potch Pies bringing the commentaries.
Unpiece sneaking already, just tiptoeing, trying to hide the scratch marks, but he is trying to hide, but he's going to be found out right away. But this is all good. Unpi wants to take this first chase because it's going to allow Kurt to just explore as he pleases. ZETA Peter is going to have a fast chase because you can't rest on your laurels as a hunter when there's an explorer. Archer receiving the first spike. Still all good in this area. He's got to worry about those traps. Waiting for it, able to actually get the laceration, and now he's just gonna go into wheel form here. But this laceration's still gonna stay, and Unpi's still gonna stay in this area.
Yeah, and this is why breaking wheels, a lot of breaking wheel players, right, they struggle with that first spike. It's taking quite a little bit of time. Unpi already has 2 spikes, so that stun is gonna buy a little bit more time. Unpi needs to be very careful.
Wow.
Barely missing that hook, but Unpi is still at a safe spot because of the arrow, right? No, missing for the second time. I don't
Flywheels through. Oh, the blink! No! Oh my god, that was actually really critical for Peter to get that down because he was actually so close to getting that full laceration, and he tried to change corners, but unfortunately Unpi could not gain enough distance. So City is here. They have to make sure that this their one and only tide turner is gonna matter, and that is how he's gonna get this rescue going.
Yeah, Unpi 153 heart rate there, just wondering what's going on right here. Trying to survive for the second time right here, 1 spike already. Unpi does not believe that he will go down anytime soon right here. He still has a little bit of arrows to work with. The laceration. No!
Goes
He
down
just got
right away.
snapped.
Yeah, he did. That's what's hard. He didn't have a flywheel to work with, and he only has 1 arrow left. So, Unpi back onto the rocket chair here. We do see that there is significant Cypher progress here, and Soba is already working on the Cypher over at the corner house area. So, tough situation for our survivors, since this is actually a really aggressive start for Peter. Rowley now is going to make his way towards the rescue. Gets it done. But now some scales are going to be used. He's able to drop down accordingly here. Luckily for the Archer, no spikes on him just yet.
Yeah, beautifully done. I'm just trying to buy a little bit more time. 1 spike onto Unpi. And Peter, if he can just get out of the wheel form, that burst is going to allow the second one. So now 1 more snap's going to do it. The arrow, the laceration. Let's see if that's going to buy enough time.
Wow.
No, the Thanos snap is too strong. I am Archer, says Unpi, but oh no, you going back to the manor at this moment. First person down by Peter right here on the breaking wheel.
Soba, he's really trying to force this his Cypher over here. Able to open up in time, but he does exchange 1 spike in the process. So now Cypher progress is looking kind of good, but they really have to make sure that this middle Cypher is not their last one. Rowley has to be very careful, use the spikes, but he's gonna be able to unable to actually use it because the trap was able to silence it. But no, they pop right away.
The trick, the puzzle, the page allowed them to pop straight away. Rowley, he's still running. He's like, give me the trap. I need this Uber right here, right now. And it seems like Peter is going to change target. He's going to try and stop the other gate from being open. Soba, City in the vicinity. City is just like, okay, I'm out of here, bro. See ya. He's going to go into the shovel. Soba's going to be the victim. This flywheel is going to negate. But right now, they know they don't have detention. As long as they don't get the spike, that's going to help them to survive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, City, 2 spikes. If he gets down here, at least they'll be able to buy time for Rowley and Soba to go to the other gate and open. But the shovel is gonna help a little bit. The blink!
And the blink. Wow, excellent usage here. We're still at 81%. Like you said, there's no tide turner, so it's totally fine for them to kind of prolong the game, but I'm not liking how the Professor is damaged here. Soba might have to take this next kite. Rowley's gonna open up the gate. They still have exit path onto City. He's gonna try to force something out here, but they're gonna try to push. Oh, the trap again betraying him! Oh, they open up the gate now!
Goodbye, I'm out of here. Rowley's like, see ya, bye-bye, City. He's gonna go through. The dungeon is in the middle. Are they gonna get this 3-man escape? Soba, City, get the hell out of there. Soba has 2 spikes.
He's gonna make it. Oh, he's slapped the Oh my god, no! He's able to get it. Really helped them out all the way in the end. Unpi not having, I
was like, oh, what a boss. How dare you slam? How dare you slam me?
Small And also, you need to transition away from the
B5 Stellaris challenge where the best of the
where everyone from the region is going to be represented in a big stage. There's a group. Nello Mel and Potch Spice, your commentators for this match.
Yeah, shouts to Bubbly. That was funny. I know. We're pretty funny.
Ooh.
Yeah. But right now, the Ethereal form coming towards the middle, trying to set up. Usually what happens with Ivy, right? You set up, you try to find the first target, haunt, invest in the first Ostrakon, probably the second one later, and then go towards the second one. And he's going to teleport straight to Hamatu. That's an Ostrakon ready here. And then go for another target to invest. Go for another target to chase. And while your main body is pursuing the first target, that way you'll be able to at least set up an Ostrakon for the later rounds in case you do not want to tunnel vision into the first survivor. So that's what's going on so far.
Ivy, all about them options now. Thank you for breaking that down. That's why there's a lot of transition that's going on. He wants to be able to spread that presence, especially here on Arms Factory. Gets the scare 100%. He wants to double it up and gets the hit in the process. So now we're at 1 hit and 44% corruption onto the Hametu's Fire Investigator. So still a back and forth here since Ivy can stall out the game with how well he's able to set up the Ostrakons, but you always have to be very wary and unable to get the balloon. Gets down right away. He got corrupted right once he set up that transition, Nell.
Yeah, that was quite a fast down. That's going to be the first share coming in. And this is where we can see Aka just excels at this micro technical characters, right? Where it requires a lot of micro movements. And it's just so scary. If Alva was already threatening enough, this Ivy is on a whole other level because of the amount of control here. Kazuneko trying to spray by a bit of time, just trying to force him to get the hit. Rescues Hametu, has a ball ready. Aka has not used the traits yet, although they might suspect it's just the usual 6-9 blink.
Right. And the fact that he still hasn't used it yet or expended it is actually really good on Aka's side because it's already mid-game. They only popped one Cypher. Kazuneko, as the forward, did get injured, so he's going to use up, I believe, the psychologist tried to use up the trait. Now he's going to use it up for that forward to just possibly go for another rescue, but he's actually going to change, and now we're going to see a scare onto Kazuneko, so just the pressure's coming in. He dropped the Fire Investigator just to add more pressure here, so let's see if Aka's going to spread his attention out too much here.
Yeah, Aka is so technically gifted, right? Just not just in the presence of the map awareness and the pressure and just knowing where the ciphers are being decoded, where the heals might be happening, and just disrupting that heal globally by the psychologist. All of this really adds up into giving more pressure to Zeta division because right now Hametu is just moments away from being sent back to the manor while only 3 ciphers are being done.
Dolisu now trying to save at this 2-tree area. Seems like Meteorologist gonna use up the Tide Turner. Does have a push to possibly carry Hametu to safety, but the Ghost is gonna chase and he's just gonna try to teleport. Gets the scare, and just like that last effort popped, it's gonna be the last share of the Fire Investigator. He's gonna try to pop it though.
Yeah, he's gonna just try and pop it. And job well done. The communication's on par from Zeta, so good job right there. Using the last effort right there instead of just dying in the corner. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna help and pop this cipher. No worries, guys. I'm just gonna run in this corner. I know I'm gonna die anyway. I don't have any balloons to help me in the first place to begin with. So let me just make this sacrificial play. 3 of them are up and alive. 2 ciphers. 1 cipher's almost done. Oh, the blink onto Dolisu. So Meteorologist already at half health. The pursuit continues. Aka needs to really pay attention to the ciphers now though, because it's only 1 cipher remaining.
Chat, if you guys didn't catch that, the Meteorologist healed herself with that cloud of healing. So Meteorologist now has to be very careful because he's already used up that shake. He does have that push. He's already loaded it with another one, but that's the thing. 98%, we change targets. We constantly keep moving around, but now look, 1 cipher remains. Zeta is actually doing a really good job on adding the pressure here. We're at 50%, and he's already used up that blink. He doesn't have trump card to change up the traits to just go for the abnormal. So now this is where the slow bleed can come in if Zeta lets go of their control of the map.
That's true. Right now, Zeta survivors, they need to really focus on distracting distracting Ivy, and breaking Ostracons at the same time. Because the Ostracon will allow Aka to keep teleporting and pressuring survivors on all sides. So that's what's going to happen right now. So fortunately for them, they have already removed a number of Ostracons. This one's almost at cooldown, but Dolisu's gonna get that one with 100%. What? Aka buying that time. Fortunately, there was a window there. Otherwise, that would have been another down. Right there.
That was so close. And that's the power of Meteorologist. Usually, that cloud is supposed to heal up everyone, but I believe Dolisu is using that on himself. So kind of a self-healer in his own right. But Kazuneko now, he's gonna get a rude awakening here as he tries to push for that 76% Cypher. I love how they spread out the last Cyphers here, but it's looking like a possible tie at most for Zeta, but they definitely want to go for more.
Yeah, they definitely want to go for more, for sure. Because considering what happened to Peter in the last game, they definitely want to step it up here. But it's so hard because it's Ivy that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Sure, they got it up to 76%. But if history taught us anything at all, you need a 6 Cypher. You need a 6 Cypher. Because Aka's going to camp the hell out of that last Cypher right here. You see, that's what's going on. The Ostracon's always going to be there in order for him to teleport back. Kazuneko's always trying to buy time, buy that distraction. But how much longer can you pull this off? You know what I mean?
I like how conservative they are with their items. We still have one more whistle left in Psychologist since she's up. We also have the forward has used up half the ball. And it's really just, I'd say a game of chicken, right? To see, all right, no, let's see you try to touch these Cyphers. Oh no, let's see you try to defend your Ostracons. So it's really a battle of attrition to see who is going to let out first or who's going to have an opening first. And in a map like Arms Factory, Aka could spread out his presence, but at the end of the day, it's still a numbers game. So now Meteorologist has found a mechanic bot, and the mechanic bot is actually healing up the Meteorologist. So this Meteorologist has taken so much hits and does not want to go down. Dolisu now has to be very careful. Ethereal form finds him. Oh, wow! Able to get him at the 98%, and the bot, he can actually clean up the bot as well.
How? My question is, how does he know where Dolisu is? I was gonna say, what a stroke of luck finding a robot to heal himself, but what a stroke of unfortunate event, because Aka found him almost instantly. And I'm like, again, I'm continuing to be amazed by how Aka is just controlling the map. Sure, Zeta the Survivor is still fighting for their lives. One Survivor down, 2 of them at full health, but the Cyphers are slowly but surely going towards 80%. The hit, but the rescue is going to happen regardless, so that's good news. But will Meteorologist be able to make it in time out of there? He has borrowed, no borrowed time, unfortunately. Oh, nice.
Wow.
The blink. Yeah, just cut it short. Cut it short. Send him back.
Exactly. Just make sure. But I like how while he was camping out the chair, he was also watching this Cypher. Shinami has to be very careful. So it seems like he will opt for a down of Dolisu just for him to just move his ghost form. While this is happening over at the area, lower left side of the screen, the forward is actually healing up the Meteorologist, so they're saving up their exit path. So Aka has to be very careful. I think he wants to add more injuries on the board here just to hit the Psychologist so she can't be able to heal. Meteorologist is up. All the exit paths are still up. So it's still a hard game for Aka because now they're healing up till full health here.
Yeah, I mean, he has no choice, right? Because he has to go for Cypher control. Because if he puts Dolisu on the chair, that would have been really hard. The rescue would have happened regardless, right? So every second counts. He decides to teleport instantly to stop any further progress. Because if he delayed it for another 5 seconds, the Cypher would have been like 95%. They would have been able to force that Cypher in. So this is the decision Aka made, and he's still continuing to put a pause onto the Cypher. Doesn't matter if they get healed to full, because he's gonna always be there to pursue the last Cypher.
Tried to go for a pallet slam, but that was quite unfortunate. Note also that the Meteorologist does not have that borrowed time, so it's going to be tough for the end game. But I like how they're opening up some chests. Meteorologist does get that 100% scare, but it's still all good. He can still find that item, which is a pocket watch that can help with a rescue. So 2 of the potential rescuers are actually healed up. And now Kazuneko has to be very careful. He does get corrupted by 27%.
Yeah, see, like every single time someone touches the cipher, you decode 2%, 4%, and Aka's already on top of it. So that's very, very good control. Doesn't matter if he buys the time. I mean, this game is almost 10 minutes, but this is the power of control. And Aka's controlling it really, really well at the moment. And just waiting another 24 seconds for another blink, that's going to secure another down. He's just waiting for the survivors to dwindle all their resources, make sure everyone takes turn in a chair, so that the next time they're in the chair, they're gonna be down. They're gonna dwindle. They're gonna dwindle them down all the way up to the second chair and pressure.
Yeah, like chair and pressure, 2% decoding, but this one reached the 90% just so we can pursue the forward.
Forcing it.
To break. Yeah, he's gonna try to force it. Though Lisu has to be very careful because he does not have borrowed time. So the hit, he's not gonna force it. It's at 98%. They are pushing the one lower left with the forward.
Forward
so
is.
now,
Forward is.
yeah, 2 ciphers are so close to popping here now.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard, and it's very smart because they're decoding ciphers at both ends, right? So yeah, it's pop. Very, very good, nicely done. But again, this is where things get very interesting because late game pop, we've seen hunters playing IV come for the kill in this game. As long as they have Ostracons on both gates, this is where things can get very, very difficult for ZETA. So what they have to do right now, they gotta conserve their resource. They gotta stay out of sight, wait for detention to end, and try and force a gate when the Ostracon has been removed, which is very hard to do.
Yeah, because that's a lot of time. But I like the fact that, yeah, they are acting very disciplined. They're not touching the gates just yet. They're trying to find ways to meet up or try to find ways to change things up. But Dolisu tries to flywheel just so he doesn't get that corruption. Aka still playing the teleport game here, just going back and forth here, while everyone is still, like, the countdown for detention is still on here. So we are going to see him try to patrol around the area. Can't find anything with that tinnitus just yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, he has to continue this streak, right? ZETA only has one job right here. Wait out detention, break Ostracon, right? If they can't break Ostracon, doesn't matter. As long as they're not anywhere near the gate, that would make things very easy, better for them. Because right now their job is, if they can get a draw, they're happy to take it. Because Ivy is in a position to get 3K here.
Okay, we do see that the pocket watch does get used here. Kazuneko's gonna try to push for the exit gate. Oh, it's actually gonna get jumped at 3%. He's gonna wait for the pocket watch to finish and try to chase out Dolisu. But right now, detention is still a factor here, and Shinami might actually take this next chase.
Yeah, he has a blink ready. So Aka can just go for the blink and just settle for a draw. Honestly, he can do that. Shinami's already on the second chair, so he can just wait out for it, right? But of course, knowing Aka, chair him first and then go for Dolisu, that can be a 3K, honestly. So the teleport, is that gonna come? Oh no, the gate's gonna be open really, really soon.
Oh, they open up the gate. Oh, but he teleports. He's gonna be able to try to goal keep here now. Uh-oh. We have 2K. Oh, and there's no more detention. He needs to go for Dolisu. Yeah.
He needs to.
See if he's gonna try and find. Kazuneko's gonna try to escort. He does have a little bit of ball left. Psychologist is gonna expire. Dolisu needs to be very careful here. He's gonna hide behind the pallet. Oh my God!
Oh, he's gonna try stun. He's gonna try stun.
Oh, the escort. He's out of here. Oh my God!
Requirement, right? Just get a draw. Don't allow 3 escapes from ZETA subject survivors for the second time.
Chat made me realize Peter banned out Explorer, so he's
used to kite, and that's the idea. But honestly, I feel like, and that's gonna be a 6-12 blink by Peter.
I guess
game number 2.
There are some powerful windows here, and there's the powerful commentary duo of Hullabaloo and Potch Spice as we see Peter already transitioning towards the factory area where City is going to try and get some attention. But no, actually, it's going to be Soba that's going to give away the track marks on the floor. Soba just going to rotate here and find out that if he's going to go through the wall. And luckily, Soba is that magician. Gets the drop onto Peter.
What? Peter? Hard to just teleport back into the pallet slam, but good awareness though. Good awareness by Soba, realizing that the shadows in between the pallets, that's what actually brought forward this situation. So what Soba's doing here is really smart. Create a wall. Create a long wall, and that's, oh my god, I thought Soba was gonna take that, but apparently he's not gonna risk it. He's gonna play brave, but he's not gonna play risky. So good job so far. Still has 2 more ones to work with. Can definitely use it to block the middle. Oh, very smart.
Ooh.
Very smart, playing with the walls, or trying to bait. He has blink ready. So the question is, will Soba be able to force out that blink? He's gonna be able to force out that.
Yeah, I like this. That was such a good play. Like, block the window, bait it out there. Umpy's trying to see red light trick. No, actually, he's trying to go away. So, just delays it a little bit, but Umpy, is he going to use the football now? No, it doesn't seem like it. He's just going to force an early rescue, it seems, because he's still hanging around this area. Oh, he's actually going to go for a chair stun and rescue. Wow,
Yep.
so now
Safe.
Soba, safe.
Seifu and open-minded. Oh, nice.
Wow,
Oh,
what a delay! That was so good.
Very
Soba
good. 10
showing us some tricks here, and now Unp just trying to distract. So this might be a little over support, because now it's only 2 ciphers are done. They're still working on their next one, and they don't have a dedicated decoder. So Soba now goes through the window. Oh, goes to the pallet now.
Very good. I don't mind this over support, honestly, because right now, as long as they can keep the magician alive, that's gonna frustrate Peter a lot, and that's the game plan right here. Frustrate Peter. Oh, but no! Oh my god, biting a little bit more than what he can chew. I was gonna say, yeah, you can support, but just make sure you don't get injured in the process.
Yeah. Oh, Soba almost lost track, but it seems like he
track.
teleported now.
Huh?
Change target to Unp. I think they tried to go for the rain heal, and now Unp is the one that is going to be the target. But I think that's fine. I think Magician is actually a better decoder than Forward.
For sure. Unp also realizing this, decides that, yeah, I'm going to keep my 25% football for my rebound kite, because I'm confident in my rebound kite, and I'm going to expect my team-up partner, Rowley, to come in for the rescue. That's what's going to happen. And Rowley will be able to make that rescue without being injured. So that's a huge W for Reject so far, because while all of this is happening, yes, ciphers are a little bit slow, but it's okay, because it's the 3rd and 4th are almost being completed at 3 minutes 16 seconds.
Yeah, considering how the first game went, to frustrate Peter like that is very rare and far between. Now they do have their last cipher being worked on. Meteorologist and Aeroplanist are actually safe to go for the rescue. Magician just needs to stay out of sight. So now City seems to be the one that he's gonna go for the rescue. No Tide Turner, but like you pointed out, a 4th of a football is gonna be ready for him to use. Last cipher is at 62% and moving slowly now, but Soba, oh no, he's on that last cipher.
Soba.
He has no items to work with. No, the blink didn't work, but the drop down hit does register.
The fadeaway, famous fadeaway hit by opera singer. That's gonna nail Soba right here and now, and that's gonna be Soba's final chair, right? This is 2nd chair.
Is this second chair? I think it's a second chair. Second chair.
Second chair.
So it's still good.
Second chair.
Yeah.
Still
Okay.
good, still good.
Ooh.
Peter's like,
kind
yeah,
of
just
intense
rescue the
now.
forward. I don't care. I don't care. Rescue the forward. I know you're gonna go for the forward anyway. It's fine. I just want to stop that final cipher. But if this is how you're gonna play this, you have to remember they can always start a 6th cipher, and they have 2 more players that are full health coming for the rescue. Rowley's here. If he rescues Soba, rest assured they can still come in for the support until the very end.
Oh,
No.
wow. Are they going to force a heal? They're going to try to push for the last cipher. Goes for the hit. Okay, Meteorologist. I don't know if it's gonna be
Really?
Hermit.
Forward? Are you here?
He is. Unp, be very careful. You don't have borrowed time. They're going to force.
Force heal! Force
Force
heal!
heal.
Force heal! Force! Force!
Oh,
Force!
wow, they're all down. Oh, no.
They're all down. No! He did
Crawl
not bring
away.
the fast healing trade. Oh my god.
This is what's hard, because the forward, unfortunately, does not have borrowed time. So
That's his
he's
last
gonna
chair
go-
too. That's his last chair
Oh.
too. He's not supposed to go down there. He's supposed to use his flywheel deadbolt. Oh my god. That is gonna be looking like a 3K for ZETA Peter. Rejects with the unlikely mistakes going on. This is gonna cost them a lot, and Peter will gladly take it.
Uh-oh, Rowley has to get hit with a terror shock. And just like that, Peter securing himself the 3-person game. We're secured for round number 3. And Yeah, just the ending, it kind of fell into Peter's lap with how well he was able to get that 3-person elimination. Now, talk to me about that. Support could happen. Again, amazing start. The fact that Soba...
Most unfortunate event ever. Because Meteorologist was full health. Yeah, in Chinatown, and that's going to be reject selection too, right? So
I don't know. It seems like he's kind of going for this Hullabaloo.
I mean, the elevation is going to make it really hard because this corner is a very strong
and trump card. So he's bringing it for
just to catch up to him. But this is our commentary, Posh Pies and Nello. This is game number 3, first half.
Yeah, so Mkmldy is going to have to make sure that he finds the right target here. He's already made his way to the 2-story stairs that connecting to the bridge where Unp is actually at. So I guess this is targeted to bring the excitement because now he's chasing after the Antiquarian. But Antiquarian could just use the stick for mobility purposes and just do a bit of trade-off here. Okay, he chooses to drop down. Gonna be very careful here because he does have insolence. Gonna still on cooldown, and he is on silent.
He is on silence
right away. Wow. What? Interesting start here. Unp flipping away from the area, drops it down. We need the red stage, so Unp using the... Oh, and now he can just silence him.
Yeah, you see, like, you use it early, but you haven't even gotten a damage at all onto Antiquarian, and this is gonna pay off because right now Rejects has information. It's not abnormal. They can play and rush ciphers. First damage gonna be employed, but it doesn't really matter. There's still Flywheel to work with, but they know there's no abnormal to work. That's already important information for them. One more white and the red bomb is gonna bring Unp down, but Unp still covering grounds. Look at what's going on. They're still covering very, very well. What a play right there. Unp buying so much time. Look, Poch, 3 ciphers almost covered.
Oh my god, that was so close and quite frustrating by Mkmldy. Had to change the stage just for it to happen, but that was a 2.5 cipher kite. And just like that, the bamboo stick is done, but he's still hanging on to the excitement, which no one can actually stun him anymore. So he's just the trait, like I'd say double down onto your sentiments now that maybe an abnormal would have been a lot more scary for these survivors, but now Antiquarian is saved. He's gonna have to avoid the black stage, but we're gonna switch it up and he gets the black mark on him.
Yeah, he doesn't really care too, right? Because, like, yeah, sure, I'm down. I'm just gonna use the last effort. I'm just gonna run away. Soba, though, he's running towards where Soba's cipher is. So, what's going on? Oh wait, doesn't really matter, right? Because there's no abnormal. So
yeah,
okay, I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm just disrupting my teammates. It's okay. So,
yeah.
It seems like that was the 70% cipher, and now he's actually went to the hotel cipher. He switches it up. Okay.
Now
but now I thought I brought. There you have it. So he did actually bring trump card for him to change up the trait. So already using it up. Now he's here to apply that pressure.
Or maybe this is a mind game in itself, right? Like, hey, here's a 70% cipher. Are you gonna use up the trump card? Yeah,
possibly.
But Unp at his last share right now, a white ball and a red bomb, that's gonna bring him down. But Unp, look at him kite for his life. And his life just ended before his eyes. Going back to the same
That was quite
chair.
unfortunate. He was doing really well, but yes, Unp chased at the start once again. It's quite painful to see if you're an Unp fan, but now Soba realizing, all right, let's not stick around this area. Soba did put a coffin down there. City is going to try to decipher the cipher machine at the center, but Soba taking this next chase, it's all right since he just needs to run away from that coffin area. So just buying enough time for them to possibly push for a tie here.
Yeah. One more red bomb, that's gonna help bring the damage to him. Now, 2 more bombs, black and white. One more white bomb's gonna do it. Oh, the push onto Soba. He's just gonna leave Soba on the floor. So Mkmldy looking to control some ciphers right now. 10 more seconds and he'll be able to destroy another cipher progress. So City being forced to use the last pad away, that's crucial. But now Mkmldy is just like, yeah, 43%. Why not? Let's just make it 5% this time. And that's gonna stop ZETA. Sorry, that's gonna stop rejects even more this time. So see, normal really pays off.
It does. The one saving grace is that they're opening up another cipher, and then they have actually one sitting at 68%, but they are kind of persistent with this center cipher. So now the question is, who is going to come for the save? Oh, wow, it seems like self-rescue on Soba's side, just for him to distract so they can prime that next one. Possibly going to rotate for him to be saved once again. Nice dodges so far, but one more white stage mark and he's going to fall down. So let's see him try to hug these walls, but no, Terror Shock does apply here for Soba.
Yeah, but while this is happening, right, at least Rowley will be able to come in for the rescue while Masonry pushes that last cipher. So Mkmldy, realizing what's going on, the 6 ciphers already been popped. I mean, if ZETA can opt for, I mean, if RC Reject can opt for a draw here, that would be best case scenario, although it's still going to be hard. Rowley still has 2 balls to employ, so hopefully he'll be employing them somewhere soon just to help Embalmer kite a little bit more, because it's going to be really hard. Okay, that's what he's going to do for now this time. Okay, coming in. Get that rescue very soon. It's already at 96%. Cypher's primed. Go for the rescue. They all have borrow time.
They do. He's going to try to go for this area here at the restaurant. And now, yeah, they just pop it right away because they know there's no endgame detention. So everyone is all healed up. They're opening up the exit gate already. Soba has to be very careful. He's on his last chair, and he's kiting to the dungeon hill.
I know, dungeons here. Oh my god. But he does not have flywheel, so he has to kite based on positioning itself. And look, as long as he doesn't get damaged first by the white bomb is not landing. The white bomb is gonna land.
Open it up!
Escape! Oh my god!
Alf now, I believe. And Alf is a king of just like, let's just go.
I was really thinking, how effective is this?
This is for you, Aka. I got you. You're not gonna play game 3. I'll play your hunter. AL in terms of just getting ties. So that's kind of the line. And now on the side of the survivors, though, 3 borrowed times. Welcome to Alf's nightmare, aka ZETA, as former teammates will have to face. I don't know if he's actually faced off against his nightmare, but he's gonna bring it in. So Alf already trying to get the first chase going here, activating that hunt trait just to make sure that he's going to catch up. And it is Dolisu that is in the mix here. So Dolisu the mechanic already dropped the bot, totally fine. Oh no, he dropped it here. So I don't know if Alf is going to catch that.
He's gonna catch that, but it doesn't really matter, right? Oh no, the laceration gonna happen. But here is where things gonna get pretty interesting. Gonna break that pallet, doesn't really matter. All he has to do right now is get caught in a straight line. And that's basically what you want to do, right? So probably a blink here just to catch up. No, not gonna be a blink. Yeah, they probably. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a warp. So Dolisu needs to get to behind that pallet. That's not gonna work. But
oh my god!
He just walked the tracking. Yeah. Because I think Dolisu was expecting the auto track hit. He just canceled it off and walked through. Like, bye.
That's true. The mind games, the confidence. He also cleaned up the bot too. So now just being in this area really helped. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, so now the bot's there. He's gonna try and go for the bot. Laceration 100% for him to get the backdoor rescue. Seems like they're gonna have to really hunker down here to go for this save, but I'd say maybe it's fine that they don't go for it right away because the bot needs to be able to decode. The bot needs to move away from this area, and I think Alf knows where the bot's at. He's already staring at that shaking cipher. Seems like he is going to just wait for Shinami to get the push going and a farm off hit right away onto Dolisu.
Beautifully done. He's like, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna get this through because I don't really care about dealing damage right here, right now. But honestly, if he can get one more, that would be great because full presence is gonna matter a lot. Oh yeah. Right? The double jump is gonna matter a lot, but wait, Kazuneko's gonna have that crawl. Just putting crawls left and right in order to slow down the ciphers a little bit. Oh, smart play coming here.
Just goes for it, but this time Kazuneko was like, nope, we've had a survivor to fall for your tricks there, but I'm not gonna be one of them. And now he's gonna try and go for the laceration trick. This is actually gonna be really tough for him to deal with because the archer does have access to the window.
No, doesn't matter. He has the tracking to play, so it's okay. But what this does is Dolisu does not need to self-heal. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna try and use up the bot as much as possible to finish one cipher. So it doesn't matter if the main body dies, because what really matters about mechanic is the bot, honestly, right? Complete
Yeah.
that objective. But with how things are going, right, the bot will be able to finish one. But with all the action going on around here, not only will they have to rescue mechanic from the bottom of hell, I mean in basement here,
Yeah.
but Kazuneko has to stick around here as well, simply because he needs to finish the cipher. Oh no, the double jump! Wait.
Okay, Hametu is the one to get the rescue going. Warp is going to be available, but now he's going to try escort, but Mechanic unfortunately does fall down. So, 3 ciphers remaining, and it seems like they do pop this next one. Archer is actually going to get hit, and I love that Dolisu is going to go to the corner of this hospital for the Archer to try and go for it, but cannot afford to double down here. Let's see. He goes for the pickup. He can actually try to
Archer.
Uh-oh, watch out. Archer's here. Kazuneko. Does he have? I don't think he has anything left.
Oh, the
man,
whipping cloud!
Uh-oh. Gonna try and 99%. All the effort here. They go for the pop now.
Oh my god, but it doesn't really matter because he can still catch up and use the warp to catch up in the very end. No, he's gonna use the warp here! He's gonna use the warp here. He knows there's another target nearby, so he doesn't really care, but oh my god!
Oh my
Hametu!
god!
The double leap! Don't forget about the double leap! Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Dolisu. Yeah, just take out Dolisu first and bring Hametu further away. Put the crows at the gate and then teleport.
That's true.
Force them out. Force them out.
Force them out first. Actually, he might just actually go for Hametu and just
bring him
force
away, bring him
them to
away.
chair. So yeah, basement too if you can.
Basement would be good, but
Wow. Yeah, I think Alpha is just playing to the strength. And now they're forced to go for this rescue. So this is going to be really tough because Gravekeeper is the only one that could possibly go for it. He's opening up a chest, and you still have to worry about the crows that he can kind of put on you.
yeah, let's see. Let's see if the Gravekeeper will be using the shovel to go down. That would help them a little bit, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because even if he goes down, here's the thing. You have to go up, and Alf can easily just drop down and reset the attack recovery any single time. And how are you going to deal with this? This is a 40 seconds detention time. Hametu is going to expire even before that. And that's the victory condition that Rejects Alf needs, a draw. So ZETA has to time this well, and there's only one shot at it.
Okay, Archer does have the mechanic bot. The durability is at 11, so they're going to try to put 2 bodies. But man, they're really playing with 10 seconds left on the time bot here. So let's see how Alpha is going to play this one out. He's going to wait for the Gravekeeper and the attempted rescue. Detention is going to expire in just a bit, but
no! The bot's going to rescue? No, the bot's going to rescue!
It expires! No! Oh no!
Alf Nightmare. Oh my god, the nightmare on Alf Street is happening right here, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that.
Right. That's a 3-man elimination. Kazuneko still around the vicinity, but honestly, what can Kazuneko do here with a mercenary pad? This is GG, well played for Rejects, because 2 men, that's the requirement for Rejects to win.
It is. Man, nice bars, Nell. A nightmare on Alf Street with how well he was able to play that. I mean, ZETA had the right mindset to go for it. Like, just wait out the detention, but I think the doll was not able to get that rescue going. And the fact that the Gravekeeper fell to that detention hit on the final seconds was quite heartbreaking. Kazuneko now just giving the tinnitus, I believe. But at this point, Gravekeeper is too far gone. Archer, I don't think is going to be able to close out the distance, and Alpha, they're actually just emoting right now. Kazuneko mewing for the camera, lower left side. But they're just going to give it a good game here. Kazuneko is going to get found out, and there's going to be the final chase. Alf with the victory conditions, and went above that, getting a 3-person potential, 3-person elimination here. And
pull off, but nice catch though, using the warp and that's what led to RC winning today.
The double.
Another joke for Starling. We need IDentityV.
Go. 3 went 2-0, and they performed very well. So hopefully
this is winners bracket, right? Or bracket. It's just very
definitely a big hurdle, and we're gonna start things out with an.
Sure, excitement can work well against Archer, but honestly, with the cage he's bringing in, but other than
so hopefully y'all can chat can focus your attention here.
All right, looking for that first target. You would typically see only one borrow time in team just because they have so much respect for the meta hunters in game number 1. But here, it seems like the case is just to stay alive and get a draw here. Xyang employing that first chase, trying to find that first target, and it seems like it's going to be XY, the archer right here.
And Archer can actually get a stray shot here at 50%. Again, the changes were 60, but now this actually promotes Xyang to stand still so the lacerations won't come into effect. We're going to see a cage here just for him to get the back away shot, but Archer does get that hit. So will he actually go for another cage? The laceration is building up to 80% now.
It is, and I think Charon doesn't really care. He's just gonna walk it off. So what if I get stunned? It's fine. I just don't want to lose sight of my target, right?
That's true.
Right now, another cage can be done. Another arrow into the heart of Xyang. He's just gonna stand still with his right arm raised, saying, "I got this. I am ready to break this mirror." Oh wait, he's gonna break it in time. XY. Okay, he's just gonna go right through.
Definitely just waiting for it. Add another cage, but actually Flywheel's a little too soon here. So now we're going to see a back away shot. But yeah, take this blink hit. Xyang now has XY down. But Nell, it does look like they do have all their 3 ciphers primed here. But we're going to wait just a little bit because laceration is still in effect. Got to be very careful. Don't want to drop her.
Don't want to drop her indeed. Very smart move, just putting his back against the wall, right? Just so that he doesn't struggle away from the path. But as you can see, it's still a very decent, almost 3 ciphers kite without support. So despite how fast it might be, like less than 2 minutes, rescuers already on their way. So right now, they're just buying time, and they're buying a lot of time right here. 3 ciphers done, 4th cipher going to be started at 20% already. 11's just getting ready to rescue, and that's going to be it. There can be a beautiful 1 rescue, 1 more arrow to work with, and XY continuing to run away.
Yeah, so just creating that distance, wants to get away from this area, possibly going to the next person that can get the rescue. So let's see if Xyang can cut them off. Looking at the survivors' ciphers, though, they are working on their last one, and Archer finally falls down. And luckily that this center cipher is already completed, so it's going to be harder for Xyang to have control of this map since the last 2 ciphers being worked on are kind of spread out. So now, just looking around to see if anyone is coming in, seems like it is going to be go to just hide away and feed that tinnitus, but we still have to see how he's going to approach this.
Yeah. I mean, 1 more rescue can do it, but honestly, I'm not too worried about this simply because the ciphers are moving extremely fast. It just seems like a very, very straightforward case of I'm just going to stay here and I'm just going to work. And if they want to come in for the support here, I'm not really sure if they're going to do just that. I mean, they can force the support coming in here simply because it's 61%, but I'm not sure. Maybe try and die in between pallets?
Possibly just to give that, but now another laceration mark. We do have a double cage here. Nice flywheel just to avoid. He is trapped in between 2 cages here, and now the last cipher is at 80%. Able to get the laceration. This could be the final steps for ACT to exact their end condition plan. XY does have the pallet to work with, but we do have a cage just to trap him in, and now we're at primed cipher now.
Yeah, not the smoothest, right? And 3 borrowed time is going to work its magic right here for ACT. 4 men in game against a Goatman, and Xyang going to use up that blink, but doesn't really matter because it's already 50%. By the time you chair the archer, 3 survivors from ACT are going to leave the gate.
True, just like clockwork. And man, that's not even a 5-minute game now, and they were able to prime those ciphers.
I agree with you. Not the smoothest transition, not the smoothest cage for him going up against the best of the best in the world.
Yeah, I like that. Just put list. And we do have a magician and a professor to just
first. They're going to rely on the professor simply because of this. And
shake up on ZZ9's part here, going with excitement, which again,
all right, let's see. Same Goatman, different player. Let's see if that's going to be the difference that is going to determine who wins this game. ZZ9 on the Goatman, trying to find that first target. And FT, very bold to go with the triple borrowed time, perfectly believing that they can make it to the very end game with that pop of Cypher. But Adi is going to be that first kiter on the Novelist. So let's see if ZZ9 will be able to catch him off guard, or will Adi be able to stall enough time for his teammates to decode the Cypher?
We were talking about the keys to victory here, and it starts with Adi and how well he's able to prolong this chase.
Nice.
Just to switch up, just for him to be able to try and kite out this this cage, but unfortunately it didn't last as long. He's trying to siphon another book. Gonna put another cage, and oh my goodness, Nell, right at the tail end of that vault.
That was so fast. That was 20 seconds of kiting. But honestly, what do you expect? Because of the Goatman, the cage is always going to be a factor. You're always going to get caught off guard. Look at ZZ9. You did not expect him to come out of that opening towards you, hitting you just when you were about to vault through. But now, breaking the shovel, and even has enough time to set up another cage if need be.
Yeah, Mini-Blue has to be very careful here. ZZ9 has time to gain that resentment. He's gonna be able to get the hit, farm it off, but safe, I'd say a good rescue. But Adi out in the open here might reside to just eating that hit without a cage, but he's at full presence now, still building that resentment. Let's see if he can try to cut him off. Able to actually get a huge circle here, the flywheel, just to buy a little more time, but now the excitement does come out.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't have time for this. I'm just going to use excitement. I'm going to bring you down almost instantly. And look at this. 2 ciphers being done, 40% on the third one. And Adi is already on the chair for the second time. Mini-Blue, I don't think he can go back for that rescue, but Yuan's going to be in the vicinity. Magician trying to be a little bit cheeky, just slow balls, but I'm pretty sure ZZ9 has spotted him in all the way. So the second and last tide turner of the team, Poch, that's going to be employed anytime soon here.
True. So we do see another cage to try and stop the rescue attempts of Yuan, just buying more time for the desperation to set in for them to get this rescue attempt happening. But then he has another cage for him to deal with, and now he's going to have to eat that hit. Drop down on Shadow's side for him to be able to go to another cipher. He's going to cage him right before he can get it. He's got to be very careful here. He's actually far and away. Yuan, be very careful. We've got to wait for the cage, but that's another down. The rescue does happen, though. So FT really trying to fight back here.
Yeah, Shadow knew what was up. That's why the moment Yuan, even before Yuan got that first hit, right, Shadow was already dropping down the second floor trying to go for the rescue because they know that ZZ9 will be able to thwart that rescue. So right now, all hands are on deck on rescuing, on supporting, and on running. So Adi, last lifeline right here. Will he be able to buy that time? Adi, he's going to put that down, that cipher, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see if that's going to be enough time. 30 resentment on the Goatman here as the chase continues.
Yeah, the management, wow, nice. Dropping down the pallet, and now not in time for the excitement to work out. So, final cipher at 2%, the backstep, but nice. Adi hides behind a pallet, able to actually bait out the excitement, but that is going to be a checkmate on Adi's Novelist, folks.
That is definitely a checkmate, and can I say, well played on the excitement, because that definitely paid its dividend when it was needed, right? So 3v1 round, and here's the scary part. No last cipher.
You're right. And that's enough time for the endgame trait to cool off here. So Shadow is gonna bait out a drop down here, but it's totally fine. Last cipher now at 25%, so they're still doing all right. But the next kite needs to last really long now because they don't have their last cipher. Yuan has already expended some magic wands here, and unfortunately will have to eat that caged hit. So one more hit on the Gravekeeper and Magician. Uses the magic wand here, has to go for the cage. But yeah, one more hit and they will be falling down.
Yeah, one more hit, but Yuan's still playing, still juking, so to speak. So unfortunate. 5 more seconds to flywheel, and he's gonna go down right here. Mind you though, he has no borrowed time. Gravekeeper is on that last cipher. Professor's probably gonna come in for that rescue, but again, we've seen how ZZ9 thwarts rescue halfway. Like the middle camping is just so scary as well. He's gonna bring him closer to the chair, to the cipher where Mini-Blue is. Oh my god, this is gonna be dangerous. 2 cages, and he's gonna block out Mini-Blue.
Yep.
Yo!
Oh my god, Mini-Blue, be very careful. Going back and forth here, able to actually get the hit onto the Gravekeeper, and now he doesn't even care if the Magician will get rescued. He wants to stop the cipher from moving, which is the right choice. And now 3 survivors. Magician already got some scales from the Professor. Let's see. The resentments have been running out on ZZ9, so this has been slight openings for the survivors, but not at that instance where Gravekeeper does get caught out with that cage.
Very, very smart. Go after Gatekeeper because this is the final cipher, right? And if things go south, he always has the option to use trump card and abnormal that cipher, right? So, but honestly, ZZ9 can still hold on to that trump card because it's ready to use, but he's just gonna choose to camp near towards the graveyard this time. He knows Yuan is half health and probably the one that's decoding right here. So
oh my God.
He's gonna apply that pressure right now. If Yuan goes down again, that's it. He's gonna be sent back to the manor, and that's gonna be a 2-man off the manor at the point. It's gonna be 2v1 heading towards the late game.
Yo, he didn't even have time to use the scales. And just like that, like you called it, he wanted to get this particular survivor and he got it. And just like that, more pressure being added to FT. 2 survivors remaining. ZZ9 standing still, standing on business with just 1 cipher remaining. And he hasn't even used his trait swap yet. Now, Professor need to bait it out, but no, actually able to use the scales just for a little bit. And this allows the transition to happen towards the Gravekeeper, but unfortunately the Gravekeeper has no items, and that's why he's opening up a toolbox.
Exactly. But now just trying to bait, right? Without the cage, it's not even going to be a 25%, but now Shadow's going to be the one that's getting hit. But mind you, though, 2v1 against a Goatman that is at full presence, and your Cypher is nowhere near prime. This is going to be so difficult. Shadow, you got to buy that time. Mini Blue is healing with the syringe, and that's exactly what he needs to do now. Heal, find items, get some more resources, then go towards the Cypher. Mini Blue, the prime is heal. ZZ9 just stopping for a bit just to check on that Cypher progress. But Shadow, one more hit's gonna do it with or without the cage right here. Shadow's gonna try and force the Cypher. What?
Oh my God. And yeah, I think he doesn't know that he healed up, but look at that. They're actually able to heal up before the knockdown. So now ZZ9 has to commit. The Cypher over at the graveyard is still moving accordingly. We're waiting for some resentment to build up on ZZ9's side, but they did bring both borrowed time. It's about to be prime. Can ZZ9 knock down this Gravekeeper before he's able to actually kite out till the prime Cypher? Oh, nice pallet drop. This could be it, no?
A chance. It's already primed right now, but Mini Blue just needs to survive. Oh. The dungeon's actually near. They're just gonna pop it straight away. It doesn't really matter. But now, Mini Blue has no items to kite. Only a syringe. If only the syringe can be used as a weapon to stab the hunter and put the hunter to sleep. But now ZZ9 is still trying to kite. Mini Blue, he's juking ZZ9 on foot. Oh no, the miss. ZZ9, what's going on? He's not hitting. But now Mini Blue is going to be able to survive. One more chip damage, and it looks like FT might be able to at least get one survivor out.
Nice. I think that's the moral victory here. At least get one out, and it's with Mini Blue's kiting, man. Oh, but hang on. Oh, Dungeon. He needs to be able to try to go. He doesn't have resentment anymore now. He's just one hit away. The tram is there. Oh, he's gonna try to backstep. Able to actually get it. He's gonna go in. Beautiful.
IVL teams, and it shows. Right? Because look at this.
Shifting towards possibly FT's favor, but chat's going to agree with that. They don't really like Lakeside, but we got to go with it.
Me too. Question has been answered. And in a map this big and with tricky.
It could be. Yeah, transition.
Burners. This is what we have to do, right? We got to keep the
starting things off with throwing the ghost out and heading towards the windmill side over at the small boat area where Yuan will take the first kite, being the coordinator. Get that coordinator flare gun out of the way right away, just so you don't have to worry about it in the future. Already at almost at 60% corruption. So ZZ9 is trying to bait out a red light here, and Yuan kind of walking straight into the mix here. But let's see if he's going to be able to moonwalk his way for him to get that full corruption.
Yeah, full corruption. Just build up the Astrocon, just to set up positioning. Again, positioning is the key, right? ZZ9 tunneling in, Yuan, and is like 99%. I mean, how close do you have to be? Okay, spine time. Spray one more time. That's good. That's gonna be a hit, and 42% onto Yuan. So continuing the chase, and by right, this is supposed to be a very strong area to kite. It's supposed to be a very, very strong area to kite. So I don't know, Yuan probably needs to buy a bit more time here because he's just circling around the bot the entire time, and he does have a gun to utilize, but so does ZZ9 with a blink ready anytime soon.
Yeah, so this next interaction is going to dictate how the rest of the game is played, because actually three of the ciphers are actually moving on quite well. So let's see if Yuan's going to use the gun to prolong the chase. trying to get a scare here at 64%. He's going to use the gun right away, but this allows the ethereal form to actually go and capture him in this area. But great stuff. It was going to be a little hard for them to kind of rebound Kite, but still, he's done his job. 3 Cypher Kite.
Yeah, beautifully done as well. With one single use of the gun, that's going to be it, going down. But then again, no blink was used. So they're probably figuring out what trait he's bringing, although I think it's pretty obvious. It's going to be a no trump card blink most of the time. That's the go-to staple persona built for Ivy. But yes, I agree with you. Beautiful first Kite, 3 ciphers. That's Yuan, by the way, guys. So ZZ9, you have your work cut out for you because the 4th and 5th cipher is being decoded at the same time. So this is where things get interesting because the rescue is going to come in with so many Ostracons in space.
Oh my god.
In place as well. Oh my god.
Mini Blue has to be very careful here. He hasn't rocked the pocket watch yet. He's going to try and go for the rescue. He's waiting.
Look at me.
Oh my god!
Mini Blue! One act. One simple act, one simple Terra Shock, and FT right now. They gotta rotate and make that rescue. My goodness, ZZ9. This is what he was looking for.
He was, but I mean, this was a good start. And now ID getting caught out so far on the map, he can actually go and just, start swinging. He's gonna move Mini Blue towards away from this, so he's not gonna heal up. Coordinator is gonna expire on the first Charon ID. It's too hot to handle here because there's so much Ostracon areas that he can't even attempt that rescue. And now UN expires. First officer is here, and in one fell swoop of a Terror Shock, it is now Ivy that is running the show.
And now this is where the disrespect comes. That pocket watch was supposed to be used. You cannot afford to save any resources. Like, Yuan's done his job. He used up everything. He did. I have nothing to say, but this is going to be the turning point for ZZ9. Half health Adi. Yeah, sure, you have a meteorologist, but seriously though, how far are you gonna make it? You still have a blink. ZZ9 still has a blink to catch up to you, and he can teleport. He can teleport.
Yeah, he can. He's gonna go for it right away. He's gonna corrupt, and now, oh wow, he's able to actually farm off a hit on the first officer. So yeah, now if we go back to that, I thought he was gonna rock the pocket watch because he still has a little bit to work with. He has that 5-second delay before he gets knocked down, so the rescue is still gonna happen. But 2 ciphers remain. They're already primed, by the way. But injuries are stacking up on the board, and Shadow double down situation on ZZ9.
This is 4K. This is definitely 4K. I mean, yeah, it's almost prime, but you have to remember. Remember Akka? Only 4% decoded. Only 4% decoded by Kazuneko when he's on the Ivy, right? So here, 89% on last cipher, I would consider that not even close enough because you're only at half health. Shadow's down the floor. He's probably going to be forced to use that exit path, and ZZ9 doesn't even care. He's like, I'm just gonna chair. I don't care even if the dungeon's available.
He knows where you are. He's just gonna go and hunker down here. ID is gonna get silenced here. He does have 30% scare, so it's only a matter of time here until Adi does fall because he's at half health. I mean, ZZ9 just putting the finishing touches on his checkmate situation. Incredible rally back. I'd say more of him just getting that Terror Shock, right? It's like, okay, you don't respect the Ostracon areas. I'm going to pressure you enough. You're not going to use a pocket watch. Here, eat this Terror Shock. And now Adi's going to try to force it, but he's just going to try to get that corruption. 100% finishing touches. Beautiful performance by ACT.
Rotate away and get that second chance to be rescued.
An FT fan, that was really tough because it hit.
Thank you, Socks. Moth, Luminous Doodle. Oh, I wasn't there.
Manike bringing it up. Oh god. Blocked windows, trump card, and blink on.
All right, Xyang. Trying to find that first target. He needs 4K. Don't forget, guys. So this is going to be a very tall order for Xyang. Going to be removing it, and he's going to be like, yeah, I just want to go through the window, block the space, and then go back into will form and then pursue. But this is, honestly, Poch, this is the hardest, one of the hardest place to actually get someone. And I know it's an acrobat nonetheless, so
Yeah.
no insolence as well.
True, he does have confined space to kind of block out the windows, but look at this, just being able to hug. Oh, wow, gets it, but can drop down the pallet here. He does have that blink, but it's still on 20-second cooldown. So Xian has to be very careful not to give up any free hits here as Xyang tries to drop. Oh no, unable to get that trap. We keep on pursuing on foot though.
Yeah, pursuing on foot. Oh, that trap's gonna happen, but he still has a bomb to work with.
Wow.
Blink ready? Blink. Are you gonna blink in? Oh, he's gonna blink in. But Zen definitely knows what's up, and he's gonna go down. Beautiful first start by Xyang. So, accumulatively, that's a 2 ciphers kite. So, pretty good job so far, Xyang thwarting Zen before everything happens. Honestly, I was surprised the acrobat got spiked so early, even without the extended spike. So.
Same. I guess that plays to the confidence like you were talking about, right? Like you thought he had to bring insolence, but he just relied on this one. But oh man,
Yeah.
blocking out the big boat here with the balloon of the fire investigator. Go now. Gonna try and make his way. He did recall the balloon. Does have extended spikes, and now fire investigator has to eat that hit. Note that ACT just needs one survivor. He tries to go for the trap, slows him down just a little bit, but man, this is gonna be a tough. I'd say tough kite if you're gonna go in the big boat.
Yeah, Gogo needs to go away now. Yeah, the snap's not gonna happen, right? Snap. The snaps, he needs to be closer, a little bit closer. 11's already in the vicinity. The snap did not hit. Oh my god. And he's gonna buy so much time. Look at Xyang kiting, chasing after Gogo right here, and there's 2 ciphers left here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be it. Gogo's gonna go down, but at what cost? Because Zen is decoding the top bow cipher. Already Peepers is going to be employed?
Interesting
Slugging
switch up
strategy
here.
now?
Yeah, I guess he's kind of going for a really aggressive or patrol strategy here around the ciphers, but he still hasn't it's still a 4v1. So he's gonna have his, and he's leaving people down, so I don't know. We just have to trust that he will try to go for the slugging strategy now as he tries to go. Oh man, this is a really tough part to chase from because of the different elevations and also the windows.
Yeah, and you don't even have a blink to catch up anymore, so this is going to be really hard. Doesn't really matter. And he even missed that burst spike because of the elevation. So technically, you really just can only rely on your trap. And while all of that's happening, the 3rd cipher is going to be done. A lot of progress on the 4th one. 5th one's already at 32%. Xyang might actually find himself in a huge pinch right here because this is not the place you want to be chasing anyone at all. Not an acrobat for sure.
Acrobat still has access to this window and just gets the snap just to down. So that was actually really good. But we have XY that is here as the lucky guy, but he has his bot and his perfume. So still 2 ciphers remaining. Actually, 1 cipher is going to remain because that 1 cipher is close to popping at 89%. So the bot is now going to try and get the attention away as the rescue attempt does happen.
Okay, but then
waiting.
This will buy some time. Yeah, they know. They know that it's a lot of progress here as well, right? So it doesn't really matter. Gonna use up that first elbow, and you see, sparing no expense, right? Don't get hit unnecessarily, is what I'm saying. So right now, the rescue is not gonna happen just yet. The perfume's gonna be able to help. 11. Oh, beautiful.
Man, the patience, right? For them not to go for the chase, prolong the chair times, but unfortunately the Acrobat will eat that last hit. There you go, goes for that pop. Fortunately, Acrobat does not have borrowed time. So they can open up that exit gate. They just need 1 out, and that is what they're working on as 11 opens up that exit gate. We're going to see Zen try and going for the beach strategy here just for him to be able to have a longer time to get to that rocket chair.
And can I just say the only reason why they're 1 person down is because they don't even have borrowed time on him. Otherwise, this might actually be really hard for them.
Yeah,
imagine only using 1 tight turner the entire game. Hey, wait, was it 2? Best players come forward, and unfortunately, they are
getting the victory here. Congratulations to ACT. We're gonna reward.
Congratulations, ZZ9. Maintaining the top spot.
We still see here as well, right? This is Team UD with Eagle 1127 CN AI of today.
And the MRC.
But before that though, we'll look through the areas, map selection mode, and if you wouldn't mind going near the shadow trails, I do think this team comp still does, since you can dash around the stairs pretty easily as the opera singer.
The persona web for the opera singer is blink, detention, and Hunter will be spawning in the shore area immediately inside of her shadow form. She's making her way to Big Boat, where her first chase is going to be that magician. Looks like he's already transitioned out. He's made his way all the way towards the docks, and she's in her shadow form, and she's slowly catching up to this magician.
From Deadly to the decks, it's going to be Eagle here first chase as our magician. We probably won't be able to make it towards that pallet here just yet, so let's see whether this illusion or not will be able to tank it. No tanks just yet, but there's shadow form ready on time, and that's a beautiful pallet placement there as Eagle still trying to play a little bit more mind games with herself. However, BaiLu is still having shadows here to use. It does seem like we'll have to get rid of the illusions first before we can dash.
And so it looks like he was able to transition back inside of the Big Boat, utilizing the illusion once again to block off the Hunter, is able to loop this area and make it to that window.
But BaiLu, the catch-up is really fast. However, Wand is ready once again, but it registers, unfortunately speaking. We used it just a tiny bit too late. However, we still do have flywheel here to use, so it's not the end just yet as we vault down, looking for the next 3 pallets here near shore.
He has no items left. Wonderful flywheel, but the Hunter's gonna blink immediately down this magician. He has no items left. This is his first down. Pretty average kite. We got all the 3 Cypher machines around 60-70%.
This is a good kite from Magician. We forced out the blink, which is the most important thing out of it all when it comes to going up against an opera singer. However, we did miss that shadow leap, a little bit unfortunate as it is now in cooldown. 1127 here, a little bit far away from the chair, but 2 little Lewises should be more than enough to catch up here. It's just that we need to use it here once again instantly. There's going to be a lot of pressure when it comes to the rescue, but even if he gets terror shocked, it should be fine.
And it looks like he was able to get the rescue before half with Tide Turner. Hunter getting an immediate hit onto the Puppeteer, which allows the Magician to transition away. He's going towards the middle. Hunter needs to track down this survivor once again.
BaiLu was so smart there. We're targeting the Puppeteer since he can't use his little Lewis during Tide Turner mode. Now the Magician on his own with the vanity items left, so there's a lot of mind games here that we have to play around with. BaiLu not when to go around the pallet here just said that's 3 pallet mind games here already. But BaiLu number 4 will be able to take it home, and Magician goes down here one more time. But it's still okay. Puppeteer can use up self-heal, and Psycho can heal Puppeteer, thank goodness.
And we see that Soul is hiding inside of the Big Boat, coming in for a possible second rescue as the Gravekeeper. He also does have Tide Turner available. Magician did a very good job, was able to outlast that Tide Turner and buy a little more time for the team.
Okay, barely missing the hit there. Soul just got that shovel out on time, so we should be able to perform a no damage rescue. As long as everyone maintains full health, that's what matters the most. But it just seems like BaiLu wants to prevent that, just so it takes survivors more time to meet up and heal, so the Cypher machine can be slower. However, Ego here, as a Magician, is able to contain towards such a great containment area, as the pallet there has finally been dropped down, but it's still okay for now. We didn't get the vault over, and that's a beautiful mind game from Ego as we make it towards the next pallet. Oh,
wonderful
my.
pallet stun off this Magician. He is just doing such an amazing kite, able to transition out once again. Hunter is just going ahead and breaking all these pallets so that he can't continuously loop in these areas. He's making his way towards the shore. Oh, wonderful flywheel, but Hunter was very patient and will be able to down the Magician for the 3rd and final time.
Her pressing is just too fast, isn't she? The flywheel wasn't bad from Magician. It was a good attempt. However, you know, right now we do have 2.5 Cypher machines now, but the Gravekeeper only need a 1.5 health. We did miss that Shadow Leap as well, so it's at least 6-second cooldown time. And a bit of re-room here as we're teleporting straight towards seeing the one only Psychologist here with no items left to continue with. Adds a first hit here, will register. Unfortunately, the flywheel will not connect. And now we're in a bit of an open area. It's a little bit harder here to contain around in, and Psycho will go down here with no stress level left on her hands.
Right, we have the Gravekeeper at half health. The Puppeteer can come in for another rescue. And Cypher machines, they need to prime up those last Cypher machines. If we have 1 survivor coming in for the rescue, we need 1 survivor to finish up that 4th Cypher. 1127 does look like he is close by.
But I don't think we should rescue here, though, Gummy. It's because that Cypher machine you can't really pull out without Tide Turner. 127 here being found Puppeteer. First little Lewis here being loose. You Lewis may be ready, but I think we're a bit too far away for the chair.
He is going to be utilizing both puppets to make it to the chair. If he can't make it with the 2 puppets, he's just going to have to use his 3rd one. Oh, wonderful job avoiding the hit, and is able to get the rescue onto the Psychologist, but Psychologist being hit immediately after her rescue.
Puppeteer being found so far away from the chair. Three little Lewises was forced out of him. And now no one can even rescue in this scenario. 1127 being forced out currently. We see the Cypher Machine and Gravekeeper here currently being decoded as well. But BaiLu knows that you vaulted over that window. As we see, there is the Puppeteer that we were looking for. You've no items left for us to use. You've been healing for so long. And now, Soul Cypher Machine still being decoded. Yes, the 4 Cypher Machine has popped. But can you really rescue? We do have a dungeon right underneath Big Boat. So that might be the only thing we can aim for right now.
And with that Cypher Machine being popped, the hunter knows exactly where this last survivor is. She is making her way slowly towards Big Bo. He's waiting at the second story area at that one window. Has the hunter gonna be able to see him? Doesn't look like she's found him quite yet, but she will be able to see his little head popping out there. Will be able to get a hit inside of his shovel form, but no items left for this Gravekeeper.
We do. Oh no, we got stuck there when we're going in towards the side entrance of this big boat. That's so unfortunate. I feel like we could have got towards the window and maybe contained it for a little while longer. But we're here crawling outside just for a little while longer. We want to get a little bit further away from the hunter. So for UD here, it's not a bad option to go for a slug game ourselves to bleed ourselves out. But I'm a bit worried that BaiLu will find this puppeteer a little bit too early.
So she did drag the Gravekeeper all the way towards the middle, and she does notice the puppeteer. He goes immediately into his puppet form, so it does tank one hit. Now he has the little boat area to work with and that window.
This might be BaiLu's first 4-man elimination, because once Puppeteer here goes down, even if Gravekeeper gets up, we can just teleport towards him and knock him down once again and then Shadow Dance back. So right now, it's just kind of a matter of time how much we're going to contain. But that pallet was nullified by the Shadow Dance. As we teleport over straight towards Sol right now, that's going to be the Gravekeeper. Not too closely nearby, thankfully, but it's still available to hear where the survivors are.
It is an in-game situation for the survivors. We see Puppeteer no longer has self-heal. Now the hunter is going for this Gravekeeper. He needs to outlast this Puppeteer and allow him to first return back to the manor. He was able to make that window vault. Hunter's going all the way around and meeting him on the first floor. He's trying to make it to the pallet.
But the Shadow Leap did fail a bit, but that's only a 4-second window here for us to breathe for a little while longer. Puppeteer's only halfway through. And it will connect right past the pallet. If final deduction was here, Puppeteer definitely would have been able to bleed at 25% faster, and Gravekeeper may have a chance to escape. But we
was the first survivor chased, and he had the longest containment time on the side of
first with the points here we go. It's gonna be 5-0 for MRC. Where that's why we were scarecrows for also. Just a little bit off topic.
survivors. We have 2 tide turners, 3 borrowed. And the hunter has spawned in the cornfields. He's making his way towards, he's throwing a crow towards the explorer. Not sure if it landed towards the explorer or a little boat. And he's going towards the middle. No, he's going to be going towards the little boat. He's going around. Wants to wait till he vaults, and then he will slowly make his way around. And his first chase seems to be Huasi.
It's not a bad spot for him to be in, but he might have to pop the Lewis a little bit earlier on, because we want to make sure that we maintain all of it, but we vault over that instantly. That's a little bit scary there from the side of survivors too. Not a lot of people will do that, but we've seen this happening quite a lot in the recent days. As the first hit there already landed, no little Lewis was consumed.
Does have that crow on this survivor, so the hunter can see exactly where he is through the walls. He needs to be a little careful here, because since he wasn't able to tank that first hit with that Lewis, he needs to be able to ensure to tank it with that Lewis the second time around to utilize those abilities.
But because of confined space and fast pallet breaking, we're able to catch up really fast with poaching activated alongside with Hunter's Instinct here too. Can we get it? We did not get the Lewis out for the second time. I'm not too sure what Huatzi is kind of aiming for here, but it was a 73-second containment time even without any item consumption. But it just isn't worth it for MRC to not spam that item as much as possible to buy even more time.
I mean, the first vault was a little dangerous, and it looks like Xyang H is coming in for the rescue, gets a hit inside of his shovel, so he's still at full health, making his way towards the Puppeteer.
We should be able to get this rescue, so it's a no damage rescue. Maybe Puppeteer can get, Lil Lewis out for the second rescue. However, we're aiming more towards a body block scenario here. Potentially speaking, drop down the pallet and then wait until our tide turner is over. However, we still do have warp, so for Nightmare, it's gonna be a really fast down.
He is not able to get the mark onto the puppeteer quite yet, so he will be able to get the mark here, and wonderful body block with his item, is finally able to utilize it now, but it is his last item because he was already at half health after getting rescued. He's trying to work around this area, hiding behind this wooden wheel.
But it seems like he'll finally connect, thankfully speaking here. With 2.5 Cypher machines done, Explorer already finished digging up his second page. So this just means that we've already 3 full Cypher machines done. And we're probably gonna get Knight to rescue then, if that's the case, as Nanako is already on his way in from Small Bosch.
So if we count the Explorer's page, they do already have 3 Cypher machines completed. Hunter already knows where this Knight is coming from, but he can utilize his shield to get that rescue, so Puppeteer can tank a few more hits and also utilize his ability right away. He's going to utilize his helmet predictions, but the Hunter is able to get the hit onto the Knight.
Oh, the attack protection came first, which is surprising for me. But we decided to go with Chivalry Rescue instead. I'm not too sure about this because no matter what happens, Puppeteer has to use his items anyway. So we might have a normal rescue. We're going to be able to get the body block there perfectly from the side of Knight. As Watts is able to rotate out here one more time. Explorer 1% patient as we're going to be able to get a teleport over on time here. But I do think we're able to catch up here on time. We decide not to vault just to get Lil Lewis out first.
And buying a little more time for the side of the survivors. The Knight's still not able to get back up yet. However, Cypher progress is looking incredibly good. This is the first chase survivor. He's going to be able to utilize his little boat ability, but it'll be blocked off by confined space.
No pilots left on the side to use anymore. Nanako come in for the support. Nanako come in for the score. Attack prediction. Attack prediction. We attack prediction. Too late, Nanako. Watts is able to rotate out here at least, but there's nothing left to do. Explorer's page currently at 38%. The Cypher machine's currently being decoded. It's currently so close towards 50. We need at least 62 as Watts vaulted over the window. There's no one I just said, but 10% Cypher machine left on the hands to use now. The Cypher machine is almost about to be primed, and everyone has borrowed time except for Explorer. The Cypher will pop, and the speed boost came in so clutch.
And the endgame situation with 4 survivors up and running. Hunter still trying to down this puppeteer. He can utilize his puppet and use Undaunted. Is going to be eating a detention hit and was able to also vault this window. There's no pallets here, so he needs to leave this area immediately because he also has confined space, but he's continuously rotating right back in. Just need to buy a little more time for this exit gates to open up.
Oh, it's so close right now, but the thing is, if we check here, it'll be really bad, but we also can't leave the puppeteer by himself. There's a dungeon nearby. Xiaodi on his way in, a little bit surprising there. We have wanted order on the Explorer. Hold on. Tie game is possible. AI, we need a good teleport. Where's Gravekeeper? Where's the shovel? The shovel came out, and it's still a dream, and it's out the match stats first.
And we can't see the puppeteer will definitely just not hit the rescuers and possibly get the hit onto the
the area selection, map selection mode. It's going to be MRC selecting that moonlit. Ivy here instead. Ivy's an interesting one to go.
The left.
Looking like I can get a finish with flywheel and then meteorologist. We need your reflex tie turn, no borrow.
Hunter will be spawning at 3rd stop. She will be sending her she'll be leaving her ghost, and it looks like she's sending her ghost towards the 2nd story where the aeroplanist is, while the main body was heading towards bridge where most likely the meteorologist was at.
But we can't chase after aeroplanist though, so we're gonna bring back this phantom form here one more time. Potentially speaking, wanting to force Xiaodi to gain as much revelation as possible before he rotates out. But once again, Clouds is ready on Xiaodi's hands to use, and of course it is knee-jerk reflex as well.
And trying to get an additional scare onto that meteorologist, wasn't able to do so, but she was in the area of corruption, so corruption is building up at 26. The ghost is still latched onto this meteorologist, and the main body is just trying to catch up so that she could get a hit onto this meteorologist.
Meteor is very similar to Toy Merchant. Can we get a hit? We didn't get a hit there just yet, but if we fly there, can we use Revelation? We need Revelation here. We did get it just on time, but it's only 68 stacks as of now as Xiaodi. Still trying to force out that 100 stack as fast as we can.
It looks like she's sandwiching the survivor with the ghost and the main body. The ghost is now going to also be infecting Nanako so that she can slow down that Cypher progress while the main body still stays on this meteorologist. She's made it to the double pallet at 4th stop.
But I feel like from the side of Xiaodi, we could utilize Nanako's presence nearby here to gun the Ivy and then force the 100 stack just so we can cancel it all out and then get a hit, and after on, things might just be a little bit better. But it seems like right now we don't want to disturb our lucky guy here just yet as we rotate towards Circus here, near the double pallet single window area. However, once again, this catch-up is a little bit slow for Ivy.
Ivy does want to get that 100% corruption, but the main body is still too far away, so she needs to wait for this main body to first catch up and then get the 100% corruption. Thankfully, she is able to reinfect this meteorologist and catch up to the survivor, landing the first hit onto her.
Oh, but I did such a great job there. Good main body revelation and then the Phantom for the 100 stacks instantly. However, just because of the fact that it's already been 2 minutes, 2 Cypher Machines already done, including Mercenaries, and we see Lucky Guy here as well, getting rid of his Ostracon and third Cypher Machine at 89%.
Nanako is the closest survivor, and it looks like the Hunter has infected his Cypher Machine, so he may be forced to come in for this rescue since the 2 remaining survivors are on the other side of this map, and he is the closest. And the Hunter does recall the ghost towards this chair, and he's slowly coming to make his rescue.
I feel like in this case we need to instant rescue and then gun just so Xiaodi can get out with his clouds, because if he doesn't do it right now he won't have any chance anymore. We just need to see whether or not we can do it. We're going to get on instantly as well. That's going to encourage transfers, 58 stacks thankfully speaking here, but you can't even get on clouds just because it's an Ivy we're talking about. We can probably force out of this one, but I decided not to do so, wanting Xiaodi to actually get in between as we got the beautiful hit past that pallet.
So Meteorologist able to transition quite a long distance away from her original position. Hunter is going to be forcing the airplanist off of that Cypher Machine as well, was able to infect her while chairing this Meteorologist.
I isn't doing bad. It's going towards a tie scenario here since the Cypher Machine at middle now has been stopped. However, Lucky Guy doesn't seem like he wants to come in for harass. We might be aiming for a tie game here instead, as Nanako coming straight towards Godkite Cypher, and it's going to be a no damage rescue for a Mercenary.
And with Tide Turner, even if the Meteorologist is hit right away, she will still be up and running for some time being, but it looks like the Mercenary will be body blocking, but wonderful blink through and able to down the Meteorologist. Mercenary will be leaving and keeping his full health while the Hunter is trying to chair this Meteorologist for the last time. Doesn't look like they have enough Cypher progress, so she will be able to send the first survivor back to the manor.
The only survivor in danger currently still is the Lucky Guy. We're at half health without any borrowed time though. Yes, 2 items are good, but it's still an Ivy that we're talking about who could land 100 stacks of Revelation instantly and to hit you down. So it's one thing to be careful, it's another thing that we actually do have to heal. We're going to be able to get Leash here on time. Can we fly? We'll be out on time. We got 59 stacks. That's okay-ish from the side of Nanako, but purely speaking, we would like just a little bit more distance away from this Hunter. There's no blink left on the hands to use, so will this elbow pad come out? Yes, it will, as we go straight towards double pallets.
Hunter's just going to change targets and go to the next Ostracon, trying to pressure Huasi's Cypher Machine next. It is the airplanist, and he has 3 jetpacks to utilize, so he can kite for quite some time. A wonderful flywheel avoiding that hit, is able to throw down this pallet and stay alive for a little longer.
But Huazi, he has 3 jetpacks still left on his hands to use. I'm not too sure if this is the best chase here for our Ivy, especially we've seen during the quad days as well when WBG LC Config played. It never went well for Aka. However, Huazi, we should be able to jump down for the jetpack usage as the Cypher Machine currently primed at 93%. Half health still on Lucky Guy. We could potentially pop it here the moment we get leached. But I's kind of looking for a scenario where we can do it. Maybe a hit on towards Huazi first.
She's going to be infecting the Lucky Guy once again and will be teleporting to him. He's going to utilize his stun gun and make it back inside of the pallet so as to stay alive a little bit longer. He needs to be careful. She does have detention ready and at 67 corruption.
We got that just on time, but the gate is open, which is the unfortunate part. And of course, with no dungeon here being nearby, it would be a tight guarantee game no matter how long Lucky Guy would have kited there. But it just seems like right now from the side of MRC survivors, we are going to leave this area, and let's congratulate the tie game here for. And like from the side of our match stats, here we go as well, right? It's going to be 114-second containment here is what they need. However, the points is still pretty far across from both.
And the survivor side allowing him to play this Goatman. Interesting spawn points. We're gonna have the Goatman spawning at these.
Let's move on towards the game then.
Hunter will be spawning at that bridge Cypher Machine, and he's making his way towards the Mercenary right now. Soul's already transitioned out. He's gonna go to the triple pallet area, and he will be going after the Mercenary as his first chase, elbow padding away immediately.
We see the persona here, Trauma Potential, alongside with Mischievous, Fast Pickup, Rage, Berserker, and Wanted Order from the side of BaiLu. But Mercenary first chase isn't so bad after all, because you could confine him within the same area, and that's a brilliant first hit, as it's such a beautiful cage there too. But going towards first up might not be our best option, Soul.
He's going to be ready to set up another cage. He needs a buffer zone, so he is waiting around this pallet. Hunter is going to be able to cage him away from that pallet, so it looks like he's just going to have to utilize his elbow pad. He's doing a lot of back and forth here, but the Hunter has caught up and is able to get the immediate hit onto this mercenary. He has that delayed damage, and he's going to die as far away as possible.
I feel like from the side of Soul, we should not have elbow padded towards the cage. If we could elbow pad towards the side, the circumference of the cage, it might have been better before we teleport straight towards the other side. Just because those elbow pads, like the elbow pads were kind of cancelled as you teleport over, because he did hit the wall multiple times. As 1127 having wanted to order here, being forced in for the first rescue so early.
A chip hit onto the Magician. He still has a little more time since it wasn't a full 50% damage. Hunter is going to be breaking this pallet here, making it harder for the rebound kite. Oh, is going to get the hit onto the Magician. He ignores the illusion entirely, is able to get that save with Tide Turner, so the mercenary can transition away. Oh, getting the hit onto the Magician, so it's looking like a double down situation.
Oh, Magician used a flywheel just a tiny bit too early as that hit has landed towards Merc. However, Xyang is nearby as the meteorologist. I'm not too sure how much we can do when it comes to harassing, but this Merc cannot be allowed to open the chest as he will go down here with Xyang currently being nearby. Possibly speaking, we're coming in early for not the early rescue, but just be in position for the rescue. But as of now, she will be found instantly as her blood trails were seen.
And with the Magician down, Wanted Order wasn't available, but it didn't matter because the Hunter already found this meteorologist and was already able to injure her. She flywheels, but isn't able to make the rescue. It's a double down situation. The rescuer has also been down. The Hunter is now free to chair this meteorologist as well.
We see AI Sensei here, 80% win chance, 20% formal elimination, and 20% triple elimination, and 40% formal elimination side. We're going to see Eagle here coming for the rescue, but we need some sort of harassment here. We're going to go straight towards the other side. That's not good, as we got that crossroad dash back, but it wasn't enough. 50 stacks here is not going to be enough as well. As we have Blink left on our hands. Beautiful flywheel here for Eagle. Oh, nice mind game, but it will be still that instant hit down. Magician is so far out.
And he's also at half health. It doesn't look like he's coming in for the rescue. He's still at first stop. Hunter's gonna change to teleport, and he's gonna stop the Magician from even attempting this rescue. He hasn't quite found where he is, and that little laceration effect will take effect.
We've no Tinnitus just yet. We thought that Magician might be near God Kite as we roam around this area. However, BaiLu only need a 3-man elimination here, so with this, we can basically secure the win for MRC, and we can congratulate them as they move on towards round 2 of the lower brackets, loser brackets as we can say as well, which is a little bit easier. But with the Tinnitus here, finally seeing the bulk trails 1127, let's see how long we can contain. Can we maybe make it towards dungeon?
Still has 2 illusions to work with, but they were looking for a 2-man escape, and that's unfortunately not available since he can't go for this archer rescue. He is at the cage, and he was able to outlast 1 cage. Hunter's going to be able to cage him once again, and eventually will be able to get the down onto the Magician, and that is a 4-man elimination. We can see that the mercenary was able to have the elimination, just didn't work out for UD.
Yeah.
In both match 1 and match 2. If anyone would, well, they might not have the same surprise effect, might not be able to catch. We will be able to see if Sprintzer does end up bringing that weapon
once again. However, we see that it's the Hunter here first once again now, but like with our scenarios here too, it's kind of like okay.
It's on Big Boat.
With Goatman spawning in towards the inner
Should be fine. We have Excitement, Detention, and Trump card on the side of and Sprintzer has spawned in Small Boat. He's slowly making his way towards the middle, where he will be running into Puppeteer as the first chase. Puppeteer is already making his way to a better area.
But the rotation really wasn't the best. We're so close towards Goatman for some odd reason, and with Sun being right in front of us here, that's really bad. We could potentially get an ambush hit here as we see finally seeing the Knight nearby. Knight attack prediction, there we go, that's nicely done, as we need one more attack prediction just to get it out of the way. Unless the cage can be dropped down here on time, will it? Just a question. It won't, as the cage finally will dissipate.
And it looks like he's going after the Rescuer as his first chase instead of the Puppeteer. Is able to get the hit onto the Knight, and it looks like the Knight will be taking the next kite.
There's still 2 pilots nearby, which is okay. However, we still took the chip damage here. Yes, it's only chip damage as you don't go down, but you're feeding so much presence towards this Goatman. Sprintzer will have max presence right before the first survivor gets on towards Charon. He's still trying to play mind games here with 2 more helmets left.
He was able to cage and he's gonna
Oh!
utilize excitement so that the knight can't use his helmet and down him immediately. We thought I thought he was bringing excitement for the novelist, but I guess it was for the knight.
I guess that works too, but now Knight still has 2 items left on his hands to use as well, as when he comes in for the rescue, Puppeteer, first rescuer coming in. We know where Puppeteer is coming from as well, just because of our initial rotation too, but Little Lewis here would be important as we need to break the cage. It's a fast cage breaking as well. However, second Little Lewis has to pop open here instantly too, as the rescue. Ooh, no Terror Shock, thankfully speaking here, as we're able to rotate out.
Hunter is going to be staying on the knight instead of trying to get an extra hit. Wonderful pallet stun, is able to utilize his time to transition, and he does have those 2 helmets to utilize. The excitement is not available. Wonderful prediction, is able to get the prediction on his skill. Sprintzer is going to swing and also get the prediction on the attack.
But we still have cages left to use. We can go over straight towards the other side. We mind game, beautiful Tunsy as we go back here one more time. Palestine, no Palestine. He'll finally go down. But that's 2.5 Cypher Machine Stun with such a long rebound kite containment.
Right, since he still has another helmet to utilize, as long as they can get some kind of body block and give the knight some time to utilize his helmet, it is a possible rebound potential. And the hunter is checking the big boat area. He does have tinnitus. He knows there's someone nearby. He's still waiting at the 2nd story window.
Oh, we switch over here instantly as well, but we went over towards the other side. That's really bad, Kidnapped. We went towards the wrong way. Should have focused on breaking the cage doors. But right now, the second cage will come up on time, and of course, there's a flywheel ready to use as well. Kidnapped will go down, and there's a basement nearby. Probably should not have came in for the rescue if that was about to happen. And Sprintzer here can aim for a 4-man elimination.
I mean, Sprintzer assumed that he was gonna jump right down. He was just waiting, and he just dropped down from that hole, and the hunter was right in front of him, stuffing him and not allowing him to get that rescue at all. And as the novelist went through the cage, he was on the far side away from the chair, and that's when Sprintzer was able to get the hit. So he had to travel the distance all the way back to the docks, and he just didn't have enough time to get to the chair.
Oh boy, if Y gets found here, it'll be really bad. Sprintzer, do we see right behind that broken hush? We don't see him just yet, but we do have Tinnitus nearby here, thankfully speaking. Y needs to somehow jet back in towards this big boat. We need to find a position here, but if we do jet back in, your location will be revealed. So this now becomes the biggest question of us all. Sprintzer can teleport the moment we see Kirabe at around 75%. Y forcing himself to come out right now. We knew we took the hit, but so we can't rescue anymore.
And it looks like Y will be taking the next kite. Hunter's gonna change to teleport and teleport right away to the Puppeteer. Puppeteer doesn't have any items left because he's at 75% damage. He's gonna flywheel and avoid that. But the Hunter didn't swing. He's waiting for the opportune moment and is able to down this Puppeteer.
Nicely done by Sprintzer, really nicely done by Sprintzer here, especially with maximizing out that mistake made from Novelist. If only Novelist didn't walk and destroy the cage instead, it definitely would have been just a tiny bit more difference. But now we're going straight towards a 4-man elimination game, and this is what Sprintzer really wanted with this Goatman as well. It was a great kite from Knight, however, but it's just that one rescue that really took the game a toll.
It looks like now all Sprintzer has to do was wait for this airplanist, and if Puppeteer gets up before the Hunter goes after this airplanist, he can just go right back to this Puppeteer. We have, teleport isn't up until 45 seconds, so teleport isn't up, but he can always just utilize his resentment because he has a lot of resentment stacking up. Still trying to locate this airplanist. Tinnitus is there, so he knows he's somewhere around Big Boat. It looks like the airplanist is doing a very good job hiding. We can see him hiding behind the barrels. The question is Sprintzer gonna check behind? Oh, yes, he is.
Ooh, nice flywheel though, but we can't go towards the other side, so jetpack there was used instantly just to buy a little bit more support. However, we're going to be delivering ourselves straight towards Sprintzer, and that is a beautiful delivery towards the hands of our Goatman. The sheep will finally be containing the wolves, as finally this is going to be some type of redemption kite here from Sprintzer at least. He missed so much opportunities for the 4-man elimination yesterday, and today he's finally going to be able to get it back.
And it doesn't look like the Puppeteer plans on getting up anytime soon. He doesn't want to give that tinnitus. He wants the Hunter to first find him, and then he will possibly get back up. We can see Dungeon is also in this area, so if the Puppeteer can just stay hidden on the ground without getting found, and at least try to bleed out as quickly as possible. Now it looks like the Hunter has found him, and the Puppeteer will be taking this kite once again.
Lilu's there forced out early, which is also good too, as we break the cage there as well. Because like right now, it's kind of just like Sprintzer doesn't even need to use the cage to get rid of this little puppet, as we are able to get straight towards the other side. Flywheel ready, flywheel, nice! Well, not a nice flight, but a nice charge attack hit from Sprintzer, as we're able to get that down. Now the heal was used by Aeroplanist, and finally, this 4-man can't be secured.
Gonna utilize teleport to be right next to this airplanist. He's gonna utilize his jetpack to try and get past, but the hunter's closing in. Jetpack is now on cooldown. He's trying to break it, but no, he's not able to break it. He will be able to secure that 4-man elimination.
As we offer ourselves towards the basement right now, Sprintzer guaranteed that 4-man elimination. We're just gonna play this a little bit more safe. Since Bobatrick can bleed out anyway, you might as well let him bleed out and then share the aeroplaners, which is also fine too. I wouldn't blame Sprintzer for this. I do this as well if I was playing rank. It's just one of the safer options to do after all.
Definitely, definitely. We don't want to allow the survivors to somehow get an opportunity. I mean, you can utilize his resentment to get across the map, but better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and there we go, the surrender finally comes.
If you're on top of Big Boat and trying to make your way towards the docks, but
Because it wasn't a wax address, as we see the points here, 5-0 now for B4U.
he will be playing the Goatman. This is the first time we have seen him play Goatman.
A small boat, first officer Ash, the main exit gate at Big Boat, and of course Big Boat.
I'm here with Kuro and I'm Gummy, gonna be commentating this game together.
Alright, let's move on towards the game now. Schmitty here, first chase as the Magician up against KL Sharon's Goatman. As we see here as well, already hiding in between these back area. Schmitty, we got found here instantly as well. That might be a free first hit here, but Schmitty, that's going to be instant Magician's one. That's okay for now. We're going to be able to tap over to the other side, but it just seems like first it might just get registered way too early here. That's so unfortunate as we barely touched those cipher machines.
And the survivors don't even know the hunter's trait, so they have to be very careful. Still has 2 illusions to work with, so if he is caged once again, he can utilize those illusions, but he has to be very careful. He's hiding behind this window, but the hunter's going to be cutting him off. And an early down on this Magician. The cipher machines are around 30, 30, and 20, so this is looking incredibly good for the KL hunter.
Charon was we were so patient with those cages in which you dropped it right in between the pallets to force Schmitty over towards the side where he could not use his wands at all. However, Roland is now currently nearby. He actually might get found here if we're not careful, but thankfully we're a little bit more patient here. But Charon knows where you are. That's gonna be Roland here, popped open the pocket watch here instantly. However, we're so far away from the chair, but it seems like we're able to make it, but the hit did register. So that 5-second tight turn time is gonna be over. One more cage and we're gonna be able to make it over straight towards the other side.
And he is thankfully able to make that rescue with Tight Turner. Hunter is trying to get an extra hit onto this first officer. He was hit outside of the cage, so it is only a chip hit onto Roland, so he can go in for a rescue once again. It looks like he doesn't want to spend too much time going after this first officer. He's going to go straight back to this Magician. He can't take his time because he does have Tight Turner.
But it just seems like Magician is doing really well here with the containment. However, we do have Blink ready left on our hands to use as well, so it's still okay as the Blink came down instantly. Schmitty is so unfortunate as 2 seconds left on that Magician's wand. 2 and 40% cipher machines are done in total, and it seems like Roland might be able to come in for the second rescue.
We can see on the cipher machines, we have 2 cipher machines completed, but the third cipher machine just barely at 50. Lan is nearby. Hunter has seen him, and it looks like he's going to be caged. He's going to utilize the cloud to avoid getting hit for the time being. Hunter doesn't want to allow that backdoor rescue, so it looks like he actually made it with that cloud.
But that was so unfortunate for Charon. He could have locked Leon inside that cage here, but it's still okay for now. Magician, one more wand left on our hands to use. Schmitty, we didn't manage to use the wand there on time as the body block didn't come true. 3 cipher machine total now are currently done, but at least Blink is gone and not a lot of resentment left on our hands to use. It can still be a tie here for B4U.
Schmitty doing his best to die in the far away corner. Hunter's resentment is still stacking up, so he still has 1 cage to make it to a different cipher machine, but he's just trying to buy a little more time for his teammates. We have the 3rd cipher machine has been completed, and they just need to prime up those last 2 ciphers.
Yeah, for now Roland's on the run out. Leon is the only one at half health here without borrowed time. But it seems like if we want to go after Roland, it might not be the best option here. But there's no cipher machines actually on this side of the map. No, there is one behind Shaq. However, Leon did get spotted out here instantly as well. Charon is going to go for him. But no, maybe for Roland instead? Maybe for Roland instead.
Yeah, it looks like Meteorologist wants to hide best as possible because she is the survivor that's at half health, and that is most likely the survivor that the hunter is looking for, but he's not able to get. He has tinnitus, but that's from Roland, and it looks like he's just going to have to go after this first officer as he doesn't want to spend too much time looking for this meteorologist.
This is so good from the side of B4U as well. It's very nice placement of where they're currently located at, and with First Officer here providing so much support. But now Meteorologist Cypher Machine is shaking, so we could just go for Meteorologist instantly, but it just seems like Charon wants to go for a roll in here one more time as we missed that activation, unfortunately speaking. So this hit can be registered pretty fast, but it's just the Cypher Machines are also very fast too, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue as that fighting registers.
So 75% damage. Thankfully, he was only hit with a chip hit in the beginning. He knows where Lan is. So now, seeing that Cypher Machine moving, he's just going to change targets and go for this Meteorologist because that's also where their Cypher Machine is.
I'm not really too sure about our decision making here from Charon. What I was thinking was maybe we can land a hit on towards Puppeteer and then going over towards this other side. It might just be a little bit better. But Charon, we have a pushback there. We dodged a pushback. Oh my god, Charon, that's it. Nice flywheel. But we need to go straight towards the cage once again, but it hits. It registers as teleport is ready. First Officer Cypher Machine just got decoded. But the issue now is we can chair a little bit closely towards First Officer Cypher, and we don't see where Puppeteer is just yet, but he might just get found.
He is waiting around very close to the chair. You don't want to be found too far away from the chair, especially against a Goatman. It looks like the hunter wants to pressure that Cypher Machine, so he's going for Roland, who's at 75% danger, so he can actually just get him with a chip and just block him off. He's doing a very good job trying to hide behind the walls, and they got the backdoor rescue as well.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate for First Officer. However, in this case then, this just means it's so good for Charon. He's currently going straight towards a 4-man elimination game. Why? Because we need someone to rescue. We need someone to go. That's what B4U are going to do right now. Once the teleport comes through, it's going to be green right in front of you. So that's not what we wanted, meaning that we at least have a lot of pressure here. That's good reaction here from green. As finally, a very good decision made here by B4U. We teleported straight towards the other side here. Can this hit land? It did land just yet. It did land! Puppeteer didn't get Lil Lewis out. He's 21 chip down. He doesn't have anything left to use.
Oh, and it looks like the hunter isn't going to be leaving green anytime soon. He's going to be setting up yet another cage, blocking off from that Cypher, from that pallet, and we'll be able to down this Puppeteer for the first time.
The bad news here is Roland is also so far away from the chair. If we can find Roland from so far out, that means teleport will be ready. That means Charon can go for Roland here. But no, we're running towards the wrong side. Roland's actually at Shack. Charon, do we know that Roland's at Shack? Are we too focused right now on where the meteorologist is? Cypher Machine's also about to be primed. So B4U definitely has a chance now to tie.
And as Lan is priming up that Cypher Machine, that's going to allow the First Officer to get the backdoor rescue. They're going to pop the Cypher Machine because he does not have borrowed time. And the hunter is just going to be going for this Meteorologist, which allows both the First Officer and the Puppeteer to open up that cornfield gate.
But Elian's by ourselves right now. We're so far away just because of how big the cage is. Can we maybe get the hit? We do see where Elian is, but we don't have teleport. B4U, this is the tie game we were looking for, as finally we're able to overcome what we haven't been able to overcome yesterday. That's a beautiful tie game, as B4U is going to be leading by 5 points. It's currently 7-2.
Hunter's going to utilize his cages to try and make it there in time, but isn't able to containment time. We can see that Roland has the most Hunter containment time.
Board at beautiful 7-2. We see Kale here choosing out Leo's memory. This is the map that they chose yesterday, where he's so strong in Shack anyway. So for Sprintzer here, the question will be, are we gonna stream? With this then, it's gonna be Opera Singer spawning by
Sprintzer. He will be bringing Blink, Detention, and Trump card on the side of the Survivor. And the hunter will be spawning in this corner. He's actually going towards the Gravekeeper. We've been seeing Sprintzer going after the rescuers for quite some time now. He went after that knight in the first match, and it looks like he will be committing onto this Gravekeeper as his first chase.
But since this is such a contained area, we're going to be able to force Gravekeeper out of that shovel really fast there too. We do have a shuttle dance if we want to use it. No, we won't be using it here just yet. 7 seconds left until Gravekeeper can use the shovel here one more time. We need to play very nice pallet mind games here. Ooh, nicely done, Gravekeeper. But you can't vault over that pallet anymore. So the last shovel here will be consumed 32 seconds into game.
Hits outside of his shovel twice. Now he has no items. Oh, gonna be able to take a hit onto him while he's throwing down this pallet. Now he has no items and he's at half health. The hunter is catching up pretty fast. He has one more pallet here to work with. He will be throwing that down. He's going to be going around because he doesn't want to run into the remnants, but the hunter he's close enough and is able to down this Gravekeeper pretty early on into this game.
Yeah, it's 4 hits in 60 seconds from the side of Gravekeeper. He wasn't really at the best spots here, and it's also because Leo's memory have a lot of dash areas in which allows Opera to have a bit of an easier time. But we blink Terror Shock down there on Acrobat. Brilliantly done by Sprintzer. And now Kirabe being forced into rescue right here. Is a meteorologist with a wind, but it doesn't matter if she has a wind or clouds, because no matter what these weather conditions are, you won't be able to land on towards the Opera Singer anyways.
And is able to get the hit onto the Meteorologist. However, she was able to get the rescue with Ty Turner. Oh, it's looking like a double down situation. Meteorologist has taken a hit. Hunter now changing targets right back to the Gravekeeper. Going to be cleaning up these pallets, dwindling the resources of this area.
Ooh, it seems like KL didn't do their homework, allowing Sprintzer's Opera Singer to come out of all things. He just started playing Ivy during these recent IVT NAU 2025 summer. So this is a huge mistake here from the side of KL. Sprintzer right now utilizing so much of his potential here. We're going to go look for our next character, maybe for the Acrobat that is still alive and going, but why here coming for the rescue here instead, who has no Ty Turner.
It looks like Hunter is breaking every single pallet that is in his way. Survivors' resources are definitely being dwindled away. Wonderful Flywheel is able to avoid that hit, but will be able to take a hit immediately after. Has gotten the rescue, so now all the survivors are injured. Trying to body block for her. Will be taking the hit for this Gravekeeper as he transitions out of this. No, he's going to be staying in this area.
Chaos Survivors are doing a huge mistake here. We're not even meeting up to heal. I know decoding is important, but everyone here currently half health is not the best way to go, especially when you have a Gravekeeper with no items. That we're going to try to play mind games here to see can we do it. Sprintzer, we can get the Terror Shock, and we finally met up on heal, but we need the Acrobat here still currently decoding. Thank God we don't have teleport ready just yet, but healing will have to come as priority.
And with this, the Gravekeeper will be sent back to the manor. All 3 survivors at half health. If the Hunter can find this 2 survivors healing and they can't get it off, that's going to be very dangerous. But it looks like he's heading towards Wenyi first, the Acrobat, and will be able to get to Nidus.
Sprintzer probably just have to save dash. Ooh, we found Wayne instantly here. Acrobat, you really nothing else to Kai with. Yes, it's gonna be a fireball, but can we get hit over the pallet? We didn't. That's good from the side of our survivors. But now Sprintzer still having the upper hand. 22 seconds left until Blink is ready. We're gonna try play around here just for a little while longer, but only with 1 pallet left here for us to use. There's nowhere else you can go.
And as the Sprintzer is breaking up all these pallets, he's going to utilize his bomb to transition to the next pallet. Hunter is slowly catching up. He's hiding behind this 1 pallet. Needs to be careful of that remnant and is able to be a little patient and was able to avoid getting hit, getting that vault.
But Wai, that snowball is going to be enough as Opera Singer is just still too fast at the end of the day. The Acrobat will go down, as now there's only 3 full Cypher Machines done. Even if the both survivors are currently healed, they don't even have any items to get towards this chair. Maybe Meteorologist has a chance, but she will just get double down in exchange.
I mean, the Acrobat was able to kite long enough for both of the survivors to be healed up, except the Hunter is already getting tinnitus and knows there's already a survivor nearby. It looks like the Meteorologist is going to attempt this rescue. She's going to utilize her cloud to make it all the way to the chair. Hunter's just waiting for her to drop down. Oh, she's not able to get the hit quite yet. Will be taking the hit so that she can get this rescue before half onto the Acrobat.
Kirabit is going to be targeted by Sprintzer right here. We should be able to get this down on time. No Terror Shock here. Kirabit, very beautiful vault there as we're able to get back here on time. But it seems like the Meteorologist here, lonely, just left by herself. I mean, we're lonely, based on her lore. Still searching for the father, but it seems like the mother will be taking you home here instead towards the chair.
And during that time, the Psychologist was able to heal up this Acrobat, and the Hunter will be able to chair the Meteorologist. This does seem like hearing the sound of the Cypher Machine. There was some progress on here, so it doesn't look like they'll be able to work on that Cypher. And the Hunter's already changing targets. She's not even going to be camping the chairs at this point.
Yeah, especially with how slow the Cypher Machines are currently. We've tinnitus from the Acrobat, which is nice. We've teleport here if we want to go towards the Psychologist. But as of now, since it is still a new chair, it does seem like Acrobat is able to make it towards the chair. He's so much distance away from Opera, but Opera is still just very fast.
Right, it does look like he's at full health, so it does look like he will be able to make it to this chair. He has 1 bomb left to utilize. Hunter went back to the remnant that was very far away and will be teleporting to the Cypher Machine where the Meteorologist was rescued.
We were able to at least tank one additional hit there, but we're both running in towards the same area to contain. Even for Meteorologist here, yes, you do have one knee-jerk reflex left, but that's 35% Cypher Machine cannot be decoded. Acrobat, that's a fireball there utilized instantly. Meteorologist has to go straight towards that Acrobat's balls, but no, we decided not to do so. If we can force Sprintzer on those balls, maybe we could have been able to get back towards the pallet here one more time for another loop. But Meteorologist didn't take that into account. Now we're missing a full Cypher.
They were able to finish up that fourth Cypher Machine. They just need to prime up that last Cypher. This is going to be the second chair for the Meteorologist. Doesn't look like she was rescued before half, so she will be returning to the manor. 2 survivors left, both at half health. They are working on that Cypher Machine, but the most progress is only at 22%.
Yeah, and like now we're at a point where it's Psycho doesn't have self-heal. Well, Psycho does have self-heal. It's Acrobat doesn't have self-heal, but Psycho with no borrowed time. We've already decoded an additional new Cypher Machine, which is nice. But with one survivor at a gate each, Psycho just isn't willing to decode it just yet.
It looks like the Hunter is going in the right direction. He will be getting to Nidus here real soon. The pallets here are also destroyed because of the first kite with the Gravekeeper, but thankfully the Psychologist was not found. She's making her way back towards the front gate area, and the Hunter is going to be able to see her real soon. It does look like she has noticed him, breaking yet another pallet in this area.
We do have flywheel too early. Why? Just a tiny bit too early, but you can't really blame him because of how fast Opera Singer is. As teleport here comes around for Wei right now. This is a survivor without self-heal. So Exopath has already been fully consumed here as Sprintzer immediate catch up with one mud ball left on her hands to use. But a mud ball we're able to Voltoro, but that's going to be a Shadow Dancer right over. However, Wei is just faster.
And it does look like he is alive for now, but he doesn't have self-heal. So if he goes down, it's pretty much over for the side of the survivors. Unless the Psychologist can heal up before Sprintzer can make it back to her, he doesn't have teleport, so he's gonna have to utilize his dashes to slowly make his way towards the map, and she is able to heal up, so she will be up and running once again.
But Dungeon is not nearby, and Acrobat is going to take so much longer here to heal as well. As of now, we're going to Shadow Dance back here. Dungeon behind Shaq, but Why is now going straight towards Christmas Tree Gate, right in towards the inner depth corners. However, even if you're in there, I think Sprintzer already knows you're at the corner now. The dowry will be given towards this opera singer, as the marriage will finally be fulfilled. That's going to be a formal elimination here from the side of B4U Sprintzer. This is kind of the post-match interview as we talked about before, where both teams were kind of talking about it, and it seems like, yes, B4U will be given the handing towards the marriage for this one.
And since both the survivors do not have self-heal, all the options for them is to crawl towards the dungeon and hope for at least one of them to make it, but realistically, it's going to be a little challenging for the side of the survivor. She will be able to find the Acrobat once again, chair the Acrobat. She'll be going back to the Psychologist. Psychologist could possibly crawl to the dungeon that is behind Shaq. I'm not sure if the survivors are aware of this location, but it's very far away.
Yeah, for now, Sprintzer is just trying to guarantee this format elimination. We're going to allow Acrobat to struggle free as many times as necessary. So in this scenario, it's kind of where we want Psycho to bleed out first, as we still have Acrobat right in front of us. It's a good decision here made by Sprintzer. However, we can't really consume any more items if we want to try go for that dungeon jump.
Doesn't look like Sprintzer was aware the Acrobat didn't have self-heal anymore, so he was carrying him closer to the Psychologist because the Acrobat was so far away when he did utilize his self-heal, but it looks like he will be going down. There is a chair nearby, so he can chair the Acrobat, possibly chair the Acrobat and go for the Psychologist.
Maybe. I was thinking if there's an option whether or not the dungeon location can be switched, but I don't think that can happen until all your Cypher machines have been decoded. So now for Y, who's going on the outer side, as long as Sprintzer just stands here, the dungeon will remain in the same area. So I do think all that's left now for KL is whether or not they want to surrender.
Right, but this is their last matchup if they lose round 2, so it looks like they're trying to hold on to that hope and possibly crawl towards that dungeon, but the Hunter's gonna see you from far while you're making your crawling. Yeah, it looks like the survivors will end up
We see here as well, right, from the side of Gravekeeper, 77 seconds containments to Midaj.
And in the Moongate corner ruins, all the pallets were gone. He harassed too much by this antiquarian. if we think about it,
So we're going to be spawning a Christmas tree gate in between that anti and
possibility.
we see the persona points. Here we go. It's going to be exciting. If B4U wants this wedding, they're gonna have to at least guarantee a 1-man escape. As we see here, Charon's directly going towards Roland, as we still have 2 pallets there left on our hands to use, so that shovel cannot be consumed just yet.
Going inside of his shovel, as soon as he sees this hunter, he's gonna go back towards that pallet. Hunter's predicting this, so he is setting up his clothes near and around this pallet. He is gonna be able to go through. This pallet isn't been pushed, hasn't been thrown down. Oh, he's gonna get out of his shovel so that he can tank another hit with it. So he still has 2 shovels left to utilize. He may throw down this pallet so he can continuously loop this area.
From the side of Shadow, not destroying that pallet was kind of the bigger mistake. However, we're just 1 red ball away from victory. 1 red ball landed! We landed on time! Okay, Shadow, can we land 2? Landed 2 here just there. But the snowball range is within range. However, we didn't manage to get there on time, unfortunately speaking. As Roland, it's a terror shock hit, but we still have a shovel. It's okay. We just need someone to rescue.
Another early down from Charon. We do also see that the Explorer does have a 50% page, but that's still an early down. The Cypher machines were around 50, 40, and we had the 50% page, so a very early down for the side of this hunter. It looks like he's going to be going after the little Orphe that's getting the rescue onto the chair.
Hold on, it's a terror shock hit there. Can we get a terror shock hit on towards Jonas? No, we can't, as Jonas beautiful rescue there, as we want an extra hit here. But the big issue here for Ishan is he doesn't know how to use his pallets properly. As now, very easy Gravekeeper shovel here from the side of Gravekeeper. Thankfully, we can contain for a little longer. However, can we potentially get Leon to come in with a Orphe pallet? We need an Orphe pallet here potentially speaking. No, we won't be able to see as Roland did contain after after Tide turn time, as he will go down here for the 2nd time.
So it looks like it is going to be his 2nd chair. 2 Cypher machines completed. We have the page being picked, the 2nd page being picked up around 30%. And it looks like Green will be coming in for this rescue. No Tide Turner on the side of this Antiquarian. Oh, Elian is still nearby because she is still at full health, so she can definitely come in for this rescue once again.
We're putting up so much pressure here now for a Shadow, but now we're leaving the chair here. Antiquarian isn't really the best chase. If we can, we need to try look for the Explorer. But Explorer is already back into miniature mode here once again. Green in towards this area we go, but if you really want to chase after Green, he's someone without borrowed time, so it's not too bad. Everyone does have borrowed time. However, right around now, we didn't get anything on. Okay, that's fine. There's still flywheel left on the side of our Green, but flywheel early. Can we stop? We can't stop here just in the fire zone, and that's gonna be a damage there landed.
And that's the first hit onto this Antiquarian. The Gravekeeper has been sent back to the manor. Oh, double bomb, and utilizing the clone is able to down this Antiquarian pretty fast once again. It's the first chair for her, however.
Schmitty's right in front of us. Shadow, if we go towards the right direction, no, we're not. Okay, we're still okay for now. Schmitty can't come in for that backdoor rescue. This backdoor rescue can come in really clutch, but if that's the case, you need to go after Schmitty right after he rescues. Now, Sharon's being very careful because that 90% page means the Cypher machine definitely is enough, with Jonas being the only one decoding right now. We don't see anyone here just yet. There's our man coming for the rescue. Okay, that's a hit straight towards Explorer. We need to target Explorer here. First and foremost, that's gonna be Red Ball. Red Ball can slowly land, but we just need to get the hit down. That's brilliantly done. And now go after Explorer is all we need here. Can we abnormal? Can we abnormal? We can't abnormal here just yet. But if that page comes through, that only means one thing. We can teleport. There we go. Last Cypher machine on the other side of the map right now. If Antiquarian goes over to decode, the teleportation is there.
Wonderful job from this Explorer, utilizing that Tide Turner time just to finish up that Cypher machine. Now the Hunter's looking for the next target. It has to be Elian coming in for this rescue because she's at full health. The last Cypher machine at 68%. On the side of the B4U survivors, they only need to get 1 survivor out, but they need to finish the Cypher machines in time to do so.
We can just pop the Cypher machine early. It doesn't even matter whether or not we can get the rescue here. What matters most here is actually for Journalist just to contain for a little bit longer, but it's okay. That's hit there just on towards Leon. There's still a chance here for us to get a 4-man elimination from the side of Shadow. We still do have teleport left on our hands. We realize that no one actually has borrowed time here anymore. 8 seconds left until our double surprise is ready. Anti-current 30% debuff on that gate as well. Leon, we vaulted over on time, but the red ball will deny this marriage. Now, Journalist down on the ground. Sharon's the one who does not want this marriage to happen just yet. We can return another 4-man elimination as Green's on the other side. 1 more double surprise is all what we need. just to locate this antiquarian.
The hunter did want to check and make sure that there wasn't any backdoor rescue. We do see that Schmitty has been sent back to the manor. Now the hunter is bringing the journalist all the way around, trying to look for the antiquarian. Is just going to go ahead and chair this journalist.
Oh, B4U, not again! Green will be located here immediately by the double surprise with the excitement here to use as well. That's how excited we're with this game, Charon. Another 4-1 elimination. It's Green by himself with Flowey, but even if you do disarm, it does not matter. It's a flip towards the wall, Green, as we got the white ball on. 2 seconds of double surprise left is on our hands. And for B4U here, the game isn't over just yet. The flywheel came out early, and Charon will be denying this from B4U as we move on towards
match number 3. If we look at the match stats
with the point systems here too, it's 12-7. It is still hard to come back.
So if it's like KL's hunter coming out, we still have
Pressing up against a team comp like this might be a bit harder. You've Akaba who can nullify your Edelmer first before Excitement is ready to go after that Cordy. You're gonna be able to see Akaba here with Titan need your reflex, Meteorologist will need your reflex.
and the hunter will be spawning in the corner, and he's going towards Green as his first chase, seeing that she is the coordinator and the only item she has is that stun gun. Isn't able to find her quite yet. Now she does see the blood trails of the survivor, and she's going to try and catch him off guard, but will be going around.
For Green here, at least able to get towards Shrine double pallets, which is nice. We have quite a big open area here to dodge the gun as well, and it's harder here for Operation to play around. We do Shadow Dance here, in which we can use as we Shadow Dance back. However, the gun will be the immediate response from Green as it's finally being shot out 37 in towards the game.
Right, you have to utilize the gun when you're in a nice open area so that the hunter can't dodge it, hide behind some obstacles. He's also going to be leaving corner house because the basement is there, and it's going to be incredibly hard to rescue against an opera singer inside of basement. It looks like he has caught up to Green once again. He might be taking a first hit here. He's running out to the open and will be able to get the first hit onto the coordinator.
Oh, Green has to be a little bit careful there because he nearly ran towards the tram. We do have Blink ready right about now. It's currently 68 seconds in towards the game there. Yes, that pallet has been dropped down, but can we get a Blink down here? We can't Blink out just yet. That speed boost might be crucial for Green to dodge the pallet, so it's nice from Charon as we're able to get that Blink hit down.
Well, if we do look at the Cypher progress, it is a pretty average kite. They do have 80% on 2 Cypher machines and 56 on the 3rd Cypher machine, which is most likely the Mercenary because he does have that decoding debuff, but he is still in the middle, so he can definitely come in for this rescue with those 3 elbow pads.
Yeah, now it's kind of just like we can kind of play this really safe, right? Because like from B4U, a tie game really is all what's necessary. And then you're going to be needing a Sprintzer just to eliminate one, and that can take the game home here as we move on towards the next round. But a Schmitty here, first rescue, he does have the second Titan here, as he's the one that finishes Cypher Machine 2. It's a mud ball here for the catch up. Okay, Schmitty, we're just gonna have to perform a normal rescue here, that's all we need, and then just run out to finish the 4th Cypher.
Oh, is barely able to get that rescue, was getting very scary, was able to get that rescue with Tide Turner. Hunter immediately back on Green, so at least it's not a double down situation. Misses her dash here, so she needs to take a walk and catch up on foot.
That's good from the side of Schmitty, a really good rescue there. And like with this in mind then, it's already 3.5 Cypher machines done. There's not much Charon can do here anymore. If it does end up as a tie, KL Survivor will have to 4-man escape next game, and that's definitely not possible at all. As of now, all survivors are still decoding. Roland Cypher Machine is finally going to be able to pop, but by the time he comes into rescue, Cypher Machines will be primed.
Yeah, Cypher progress is looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors, and Roland also does have Tide Turner, so that's going to buy them even more time. We can see the coordinator also went all the way to Graveyard, so this is a great area for kiting, and they don't have to be afraid of that basement because they already know that it is in corner house. Roland now going to utilize that elbow pad to make his way towards the chair. Nope, he's just going to run towards the chair.
It's okay, even if you get Sarah he can still rescue. It's fine, we have enough time here. 20 seconds is enough for 60% life mission to be done. That's me, no damage rescue as Cordy still gets hit, but that's no problem. We just want Green to stay somewhere and potentially speaking get the Mercenary to force heal, and we can see a 4-man endgame as everyone here has borrowed time. Can we maybe get Mercenary to force heal here? Is that a possibility? No, it's not. We want to guarantee a safer gameplay here. Is Titan over yet? We're going to be able to drop down the pallet here on time. Titan is over on time. It's so unfortunate, but at least we can pop one a Cypher as one survivor at a gate each.
So endgame situation, 3 survivors up and running. Hunter is closest to Roland, so she is going to be running towards that exit gate. 2 survivors are on the other side. She's going to... Oh, he's left the exit gate now, and she's going to utilize teleport and just teleport to the other cipher. Exit
It's
gate.
okay, Dungeon. Dungeon is so close. Dungeon is so close. Dungeon is just that graveyard here. Lian can use one single cloud and get towards Dungeon here instantly, or we can drop down the pallet here first as well. That's a nice pushback, but we need to go out even further. That's a miss dash there from Charon. That's so good now. Lian waiting for his cooldown now to be ready. That's going to be a pallet drop down. 2 seconds left on the hands to use. We can actually fly towards the Dungeon here. That's all what B4U needs to close out this game. But Lian still playing around these pallet areas just for a little while longer. Potentially speaking, we could wait out until the tension's over. But right now, Lian, we still have another win here to use. Can we win push? We win push on time. We did it. And Roland coming in for the body block. Roland, is he going to be able to escort this one through? Or that's going to be a vault over that, but that's still okay for now. But it's a terror shock hit down, unfortunately, for B4U's meteorologist. But this is still okay. A terror shock. Oh, well, not terror shock, excuse me. A tie is all what we need. But Dungeon was so close.
It was so close. And the fact that the mercenary was coming in to escort that meteorologist, it was a
7 seconds, and then Mercenary were 43 seconds. Charon with 5 pallets destroyed.
down him fast enough, so it's not completely over.
Ending for the Mind's Eye. So if you can get past him, then that will be the marriage complete.
Safe as possible inside of the graveyard. We have the forward in the middle being the tide turners just to support that mind's eye. We have Sprintzer will be spawning in, making his way towards corner house where he will be going after his first survivor, Shenzi, who is the forward. He's already made his way to the 2nd floor. He's gonna be going around. Oh no, the hunter. Let's see. There's blood trails of. Is this a safe survivor? He didn't make it to the 2nd story. I didn't see it correctly, but he is now on the 2nd floor.
Yes, now it's going to be Novelist here, beginning with the very first containment. The good news about Novelist here is if we brought Great Power, we can stun the Hunter and gain that 100 stack of wax instantly. Just so then, like, you know, Wax Artist has slower recovery time, and Tansy can get back to 0% wax. But right now with the double pallets here being dropped down so fast ago and no pallets now nearby, we might just get that 100 stack really fast, but it seems like we're going to go upstairs. However, it will be nullified by Sprintzer.
Getting that 100% wax and the first injury onto the novelist, he might need to leave this area because the basement is here, so not the ideal spot for the survivor to... Oh, wonderful warp is going to be meeting him at the 1st floor, getting the immediate hit and the first down onto the novelist with a basement nearby.
It's okay. Forward starts pulling a full ball right now. Forward, ball. Forward start pulling a full ball. Might be a bit harder here to do then. If Forward pulled a full ball or even half, he's pulling right now. Forward's coming in, but Wax Artist saw. You're too late, Yuki. A Sprinter, beautiful attack there on towards that Forward. Novelist cannot get out of can't get out of this area, but Forward is forced underneath.
Wonderful attempt on that stun for that forward. He was able to get that save before half. Gonna get an extra hit onto this novelist, allowing the Wax Artist to get a full presence, but he has left the basement and this is still his 2nd chair.
UK here, decoding the Cypher Machine as Shrine, as Sprinter is providing a lot of pressure here towards White, who's decoding the Cypher Machine here near Schoolgate. But then once again, you can't forget, it's a lucky guy with a gun, it's a lucky guy with a Bosch, it's a lucky guy with so many things. You can shoot me, I can shoot you. It's alright. It's gonna be an even exchange here, but White has to rescue when it's critical.
Hunter trying to get more wax onto this lucky guy, but doing a very good job hiding behind the walls. Now he needs to slowly start making his way towards the chair if he wants to get this rescue, and he needs to get this rescue if they want to get a possible overtime. Gets 100%. Oh, but he has hot wax. He's gonna utilize the gun and is able to get the rescue just before he expires with Tide Turner.
White here trying to bottle block for as long as we can. TME and Forward just started decoding Cypher Ranger, but we're going to switch over here on time, and the padded stun to reduce the wax. But Warp is ready. Sprintzer can get a hit on towards White. That's revenge, my friend, for you, lucky guy. Get down on your knees. And now Tunsi on the other side, the Warp right towards the face of this novelist. And Sprintzer, just a few more wax left is all what we need here. Even if we get extra wax, it's no problem with Forward now currently being nearby. But what can a Forward really do in this scenario?
Hunter does not want to allow this forward to get the stun, so it looks like he's going to try and... Oh, he's going to utilize his football to avoid the wax. Hunter can't always feel safe with his forward still around, though. It does look like he is able to pick up this novelist forward, unable to make it in time. Will be able to send his first survivor right back to the manor.
Now the question is, can we get this 4-man elimination Sprintzer? I know it's a TME, I know it's Lucky Guy right now healing, I know no one's decoding right now, but a Cypher Machine does seem like it's enough for a tie at least.
You can also see the Mind's Eye has definitely been doing her part. She's already finished up 2 Cypher Machines. We have the last 2 Cypher Machines at 40%. Hunter is going for this Lucky Guy. He was trying to utilize his bot to heal himself up. Oh, and is able to get the heal off. So at full health, he is going to be trying to get the... Oh, the bot got the... Oh, but he still got the hit onto the Lucky Guy.
Oh, sorry, Gummy. I'm so sorry. It just came. Lucky Guy will get 100 hot wax down, and with this, it'll be Sprintzer's second survivor on share.
And we also did see that Lucky Guy had to heal himself up when he got the double down situation after that rescue, so he doesn't have self-healing left. We have 2 full health survivors. Mind's Eye is the closest, but Forward will be coming in for this rescue.
Forward still has like 10% ball left, which is alright, but then Sprinter has max presence here too, so Hot Wax can definitely do quite a number. TME has to come in for the backdoor rescue. You can't just leave it to your older birds now to do everything. Kilabish wanted to come in but decided not to go in for it anymore, as the Cypher Machine will be locked here one more time.
And it looks like the Forward was able to finally make his way towards the chair. Needs to avoid the hot wax, but he's frozen. Is able to get the hot wax. He's going to be able to utilize his football and is able to make it to the chair, and he's able to also get the rescue onto the Lucky Guy. Oh, and the Forward also body blocking, so Lucky Guy lives a little longer.
Oh lord, that triple bait there, but Lucky Guy will still go down at the end of the day. I do think in this case, Lucky Guy should be eliminated since that was after half, and TME still decoding the Cypher Machine as Shrine 4 can finally be chaired here in peace.
Forward still has a little bit of football left. Not sure if that will help him at all. Probably will not be very useful. But we do see the Mind's Eye is at full health, so she could possibly go in for this rescue or wait till the Forward returns to the manor and go for that middle dungeon area. Hunter unfortunately did walk right through it, so he also knows where that dungeon location is.
But for Sprinter, we're trying to locate TME. Can the Mind's Eye escape this wax artist? We jumped down, we're following behind here, but we're not hiding our trails at all. TME, we shouldn't have strike that cane. We really shouldn't have strike that cane. Sprinter didn't fall down. TME still running around as we're hiding here at the back. Sprinter has no idea where this TME is. Do we maybe want to try go for basement is the question. As all what we need to do is wait for crows.
It looks like he is just going to take his time because there's no way the Mind's Eye can get from corner house all the way to middle dungeon. So, oh, but he's going in the wrong direction. He's checking in the opposite way. Kiribit has made his way towards the Dragon Gate area, but Hunter has spotted him out, utilizing the warp, cutting him off. Now he only has 2 pallets here to work with, but the wax is building up.
It's okay. Warp, not warp, flywheel. We can flywheel the wax. We drop down early, and there comes the hot wax. TME still has flywheel though. Not over just yet. We can speed boost ourselves through by walking as well, but it seems like right now, mind games. TME will be dropping out of pallet here first as we finally block the other 2, but there's still flywheel on the hands to use. TME still has flywheel. Flywheel didn't come out, and that Sprinter, another beautiful 4-man up against KL. And let's get coding progress overall.
And we can also see points, differentials, and that's how B4U did. There's less pressure. They just need to go for that 1 escape in each round. For today on the side of RC ZETA, we did see RC
ZETA versus B4U tomorrow alongside with FT versus MRC. They were going to be able to 4 o'clock, country time, and then the final match